Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday nights and messages of love from above. I'm glad to be back. And before we get into this evening's readings, I always like to send out love to the world to start off. So if you'd like to join me in doing that, I more than welcome that while you're watching live or even on replay. We can join together and multiply beautiful love out to the world. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Just let that love fall down from the heavens and fill us up and then overflow out to the world, that it may surround the planet and move throughout the planet, touching every heart that is ready for a higher vibrational love, bringing the collective of humanity higher and higher and higher in that love. And if you yourself are in need of love this evening for your own heart, your mind, your body, for a loved one, a relationship, a situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now as well. Take it in like a giant hug from your spiritual posse on the other side, a giant group hug. Just take in that love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that. And before we get into the readings, I like to have a couple quick announcements. Will tell everyone know that I do have a giveaway every single Monday. I put out a video every Tuesday letting everyone know what I'm going to give away and how I go about it in any giveaway news. This is the video I put out yesterday, which is really exciting. I'm month of May has that big divine mother energy of giving, 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 giving. And so I have a lot of giveaways, total of 23 chances at winning a reading for the remainder of the month of May. I gave 10 away on Monday, and that doesn't even include them. So I'm excited. So be sure to check out the video. It does talk about the weekly giveaway because I'll be giving away weekly several different drawings as well. So be sure to check that out. And happy May, everyone. This is my first um, live reading for the month of May. So happy May. Of course, we do have the May monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign came out. And those are all about what's shaking up in your life during this month. It got a lot of transformational energy going on. So be sure to check that out if you haven't already. And we also put out well, at least one pick a card per week. And this week that I just came out early this morning was what can help you in your current situation. These are pretty cool. I always think they're all cool though. So, I'm a little bit biased, I suppose. All right. So I think that's all of the ones I wanted to talk about. I hope everyone had a great Monday and Tuesday. Good to see everyone. Let me just get my desktop all going here and we will get a going here. If you are new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. First of all, good to have you here in our soul family. But how the free readings work is I do go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. And there's no special list. The chat is the list. So all you have to do is pop your question in there and I'll go down in order that way. And then if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I step outside of the free readings to complete those. And I do dive deeper into those as well. And then I return back to the free readings and move down, trying to get through as many free readings as I can within the hour and a half, 2 hours or so that I'm usually on. So I am excited for those. There is no set dollar amount for readings. I do know that everyone's income varies from person to person, a country to country, moment by moment, even. I don't look at the dollar amount. I just honor that energy exchange. And to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom of this chat. Or also at the pinned comment in the description box of the video, I do have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So, however you would like to do that. So, that is the skinny on how we go about that. I am going to be using both the Chinese tarot and this huge deck of Syrian starseed tarot. I mean, I am 6'4" and I'm a pretty big person, but I can't even hardly hold those in my hand. So they're beautiful, and I wanted to use them. So we'll figure it out. All right, so let's get started. I do have a donation, so we'll start there. Thank you so much, Christy, for your donation, and and then we'll go jump up to the top there. So I wanted to make sure too that you might want to check out my giveaways because I believe maybe it might be worth your while. So Monday I gave away 10 and I think you're among those. So a general reading for this week for you, Christy. Thank you. So let's take a look here. All right. Okay, they're doing this one. What else? All right, that one and that one. What else? And those two. And that one. All right. So let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. All right. Well, I see some synchronicities coming in already here. I know, Christy. Congratulations. So you have the Eight of Wands here with the Eight of Flames and the Three of Cups, the chalice here. So I like this. One, Eight of Wands is can be represent spiritual communication from the other side, and the Three of Cups is a special card between spirit and me, representing your spiritual posse. Here's even has angels back here. It's your support team, all of your guardian angels, your spirit guides, loved ones on the other side, your ancestors. So definitely there is these messages coming in strongly next week for you. So really pay attention, and they'll be coming in the outside world. You'll have things that'll just drop into your head out of nowhere, like just thoughts. And if you have someone who's passed that you're not even thinking about, and suddenly you're like, why am I thinking about them? It's because they probably went, and then they touched your memory, and to let you know that you're not alone, that they're with you there. But you're going to be getting messages, even emotional floods of emotion, and your mind will catch up and interpret it for you. But a lot of messages coming in from spirit with these two cards coming in here. So that was your first eight in your three. Excuse me. And then you got another eight and a three right after it. Eight of Pentacles, eight of crystals. It does talk about you've done the work, put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and there is change, there is movement coming for you in the outside world. Whatever area you've been really focusing on, there is going to be movement. And the Three of Flames, the Three of Wands is about you changing direction. And this is you initiating it. It's not like the Tower where things are being removed out of your life for you. This is you changing direction, like you're headed in one way, and with new information, with new movement, you actually end up choosing to go a different direction. So trust your connection with spirit and any of the messages that you're getting from them, because this all has to do with all of that together there. Yeah, I really like that. And then yeah. Ooh, dreamy eyes, right? So you've got the Master of Chalices, which would be the King of Cups, King of Emotion. Of course, they also get a second portion of air. So that's a balance of emotion and mind. And the Nine of Flames, the Nine of Wands, does represent like the journey that you had before where there was a block. Here, there is the Ace of Wands that's in your hand now. You can see even maybe you've been bumping up against a wall over and over and over again, but because of all that other stuff that's going on here with all these others here, you are having this beautiful, beautiful opening now where you can walk through it and head off to the summit of where you're wanting to head. This, excuse me, the Master of Chalice, the King of Cups, does represent they offer the highest love of all, which of course is the love from above. But if this blockade, this movement has to do with an individual, then it would be about movement towards like a water sign of some sort, with this King of Cups being either, of course, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. But I just feel like there's this opening. Wow. Were they a water sign by chance? Because that would make sense with everything else that's coming in here. Or movement towards a water sign. But definitely, I feel like this definitely is like a celebration this next week and this movement forward. And I really like this. A very much more, it's like your weeks just becoming more and more powerful. You're taking steps forward more and more and more. Um, Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio. Isn't Scorpio water? Yeah, Scorpio is a water sign. Because it's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces is the water. Right? Uh, I think so. So that would make sense that that was them coming in here for you. So I like this for you, Christy. They're celebrating, and they're part of that posse of support on the other side. So I really am excited for this week. Just be looking for things all over the place, especially if you celebrated 11/11. You're probably just going to have 11s all over. That's hilarious. Oh no, that's quite all right. You threw me for a moment though. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, because I always do think Scorpio is a fire sign in the back of my head for some reason, just because of their energy. But so it always throws me off. I like it. So that is what they have coming in here. I really like this for you. So just be aware of all the signs and the synchronicities all around you. They're all letting you know you're not alone. They're celebrating life with you. They're ready for you to move, forward through this and move in that direction. So I am liking it. So I like it. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And I do have a you are very welcome. All right, very good. And I do have another donation that came through PayPal. Thank you so much, Renee. And Renee, and I'm not sure if I see that you are going to send me your free read questions for this weekend. You actually won again on Monday because I did a special one for donations, and you have a lot of donations that you give. So it was no surprise that you won. So you can either add that on if you want to have an hour reading, because I think you have 2 30-minute ones, maybe. Um, or you can save it for another time in the future too. I know, right? Buy a Powerball ticket, but that's coming in there for you. All right, so let's take a look here at your questions, and thank you for this donation. All right, so you want to know M's energy towards you. And then number 2. Okay, so let's take a look here. So let's take a look here first. All right. So that is Manny. What else for Manny? Okay, that one. Any others? Okay, I suppose that one there. And any others? Okay, no. So those are M. And then for number two, J. Let's take a look here for them. All right. All right. Let's take a look. What do we got going on here? All right. So your first two cards that came up here, we have got the Seven of Orbs, which is the Seven of Swords, the mind, the thought, the beliefs. And the Seven of Crystals would be the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, of course, is what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. And the Seven of Orbs really has this, it's we become aware of what of our own thoughts, our own beliefs, our own mindsets we have been stealing opportunities from us, thieving things, deceiving us. And so they've been going through this little journey here of great self reflection because we also have the seeker of the chalices, which is the page of cups in the standard tarot, which I feel like this is new love that is trying to come into their life here. They're trying to find that, but I just feel like they keep on being cheated out of it with this their old thoughts and old beliefs and old mindsets. We've got the 6 of wands here, which normally stands for like recognition and standing out type of thing, but it also is like the need to stand out with all of these all of these cards coming in here. It does feel like they are wanting recognition from an individual, and they're looking for like new love. They're looking for another, I don't think so. I feel like they're looking for love in a new place, here. I just feel like they've been, they wait forever for things to unfold, but they cheat themselves out of opportunities because they don't act and they don't do the self-reflection here. And they keep looking for, they want to be recognized, they want to be seen. I just feel like they have such a just a weird past with striving so hard to get recognized. And I feel like I don't know why I feel like they grew up in like a military like household where enough was never good enough, and it was always, got moved and moved and moved and moved and moved, like the bar was constantly raised, where they just want to get a reward. They just want to be able to hold a torch and feel honored, but they can't on the outside until they feel that on the inside, because they've got these beliefs on the inside. They can't do it on the outside yet. So that is el numero uno. And then number two, I like this, of course, because I like them for you. The Empress card here is abundance. So there is this big feelings of that. This is a great thing. They're feeling very this new birth, the sensuality, very abundant feeling around it, which I really, really like there. They they're getting over there. I think they got this before with the 9 of swords. Um, and the 9 of orbs is the nightmare and insomnia card. I feel like they had like some, fears of losing conditional love, and they had all this stuff. I feel like they're still kind of working through that a little bit here, especially with the Luna, the moon card here, which means there's just some emotions that are underneath the surface that they need to look through and deal with here. We all have these thoughts of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts in our life, right? Around relationship. And I just feel like there's this, they're very excited, and because they feel so much about it, they have fears around losing it and messing it up, you know, and by not meeting up to things. But I like it because we also have the Six of Orbs, the Six of Swords, which is moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So, it is this balanced mind, and they are learning to leave those behind as they face them and think about them, which is good. That's what we need, something worth that we feel is uh, not worth losing. That's not what I was trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say, though, is that we need something that we care enough about, that we are concerned about losing it, in order to have the fears come up about losing something. Otherwise, we never care. And I feel like this is such an important part of that they've cared about this, really deeply enough recently as an adult. How young are they? I just feel like this is the first time as an adult that they've felt this connection where they care enough about it to lose it, and so they're thinking it and they're working through their fears, which I like. I like that they. I usually don't say that. I like that they have some fears about losing you, because that means you're worth keeping and that you're worth pursuing and worth making sure you don't dishonor anyone, and that you really pay attention and uh, just invest energy into the relationship, into the getting to know each other. So I like it for you. Very positive for that. Number one. uh Number two. Two thumbs up. So I like those for you. You are very welcome, and thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Obviously, they're just in a wonderful place. They're just not for you. You learned what you needed to learn from them to prepare you for who you're dating now, right? Dun dun dun. All right. So I think those were my two donations, and we will scroll to the top, and we will start with the first free reading, which is for Anya Ahuya. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. And you want to know, does Juan have the same romantic feelings as Ateshi? All right, let's take a look here. And anything else? All right. I don't think so. We've not yet anyway. We've got the 7 of crystals, the 7 of pentacles, which means takes time for that piece to grow for them. They are more flames, more fire, passion, attraction than they are emotion in the beginning. I feel it takes them time to develop emotion. But boy, that passion is huge and a lot. Very attracted, but no emotion that's there yet. It would take time for that to develop, with the 7 of Pentacles being there. So boom, boom, short and sweet on that one, Anya. But yeah, it's not emotion yet. I feel it's just more, attraction at this point. So we shall see what unfolds. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you, Anya. We'll continue moving down the list. So, hey, Felicia, happy holiday to you. Which holiday are you celebrating today? May the 4th be with you. Or is it Star Wars Day where you're at? It's May 3rd here, which it is my brother's birthday, so it is a holiday for him. All right. So a general reading for you, absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have for you. All right. All right. So we've got the 5 of orbs, which would be the 5 of swords in the standard tarot. And that can be about mental conflict that you have, like your human side battling against your spirit side with this karma card, which is 20. It's normally the judgment card. It's your higher self calling your human self to this different place, which can trigger our, kind of a mental conflict because we've got the two of us that are living this human experience, right? We've got our human character, which is rooted and has this natural instinct of fight or flight, so it's attached to the fears of losing conditional love and all the opinion and expectations and supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts that it's grown up with. That this is my foundation. And then we have our higher self who's powerful, supernatural, eternal, right? And made of unconditional love, opposites of each other. And when they meet, they have definitely different opinions, different ways of looking at things. And eventually our higher self, is able to embrace our shadow self and give it what it's looking for. It just takes time for our human side, our ego, our little child self to open up and trust this spirit higher being because it's has so many different roles and or no roles, which is even scarier for the little child because it likes all the safety of the cage, and it says there's no cage. No, I need the box. I need to feel protected and safe. And they take some time to have them release fears and learn that. So I feel like right now this is what's going on, is just spirit letting you know that the conflict is normal and that it doesn't have to destroy one another, but the higher self can indeed embrace, and then the mental conflict falls away as our human surrenders and lets go of these mindsets that no longer serve them, because spirit shows us, our higher self shows us, this is when you had this thing, happen in your life, and that's why you created all these rules around it to feel safe, but you don't need it anymore, so we can let it go. It's that type of information for this coming week. All right. So that is what is coming through here for you right now. So thank you so much. And up next, we've got new love. So, hello, hello, new love. You want to know what would be best for you? Studying at school or studying online? All right, let's take a look here. We'll pull two cards. Okay. And here they are. Well, the first one will be the energy of studying at school, and the other will be the energy of studying at home. And we'll see which one is more for you here. Studying at school, 7 of chalices, 7 of cups, very a lot of emotional confusion there, studying at school. Um, and studying online, you still learn, with the 5 of cups. You learn about the spilt, cups of disappointments and all that kind of stuff too, and you learn your power of choice, studying online about you get to choose what things mean. So, I can tell the difference here. I mean, this one feels very crowded, right? A lot of emotions swirling around because you're surrounded by so many people. Where studying online allows you to choose what you feel and what emotion you surround yourself with. So I kind of feel like with you being, I feel like you're very empathic, you're very in tune with other people's emotions, and that a lot of noise and a lot of people around you can be very um, unsettling, or draining is a better word, in that you would feel better at home, studying online where you can interact with who you want, because you could find, study groups and form bonds of 1 or 2 people that you go meet and study, uh, have a study group at a coffee shop or something, right? But studying online, I feel like it gives you that more of that control over what emotions do surround you. So, That is what I feel is coming through there for you for that new love. So many blessings to you. Enjoy. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list here. Morgan the Void. No, I don't see anything on here, which is interesting. Yeah, if it was on super chat, sometimes I've had people say that they it shows that it went through, but then it really didn't. So you have to kind of check with YouTube on that one because they're the ones that can see it. I can't see anything on those. So Mercury retrograde, you know what I'm saying? All right. So Dijona Sturgis, you're the next up here. So whatever comes out, let's take a look here. See what we have. Wow. So you've got both the Master of Flames, which would be the King of Wands, and you have the Seeker of Chalices, which is the Queen of Cups. So you've got this beautiful kind of opposites coming in here in a way because he rules over fire but also has air, and then she is just double water. She's the master of emotion. This is the flames and the passion, but also they're not so like out of control. They're not so um unbridled, of with their passions. So there's this nice balancing energy that is coming in here. And I almost feel like, of course, I feel like you would be represented by this Queen of Cups. And I feel like this is someone that is entering your life, coming across your path that is significant coming up here. It could be a fire sign, with all of the flames and the master flames being the king of wands, the king of fire. So I feel like they're coming across here, but again, I feel like they're mature in their passion. You can see that they have this attractiveness towards you and this draw towards you because you, with this Queen of Chalices, have a very strong empathic ability, picking up on people's emotions, your spidey sense, and you're like, oh, really? And then if it's something that you want to invite in, then you can, and this is definitely something divine appointment. You'll learn stuff from them. And but I like the balancedness, the groundingness of that it's like the maturity that comes in with here. Not that they have earth, but it's just that they have air and they know how to ignite their flame, but they also know how to withdraw air from their passions so that they, aren't like a young teenager, kind of energy. So I do like this for you. It is something very passionate, a lot of energy, and I feel like it is coming very soon for you. So be on the lookout. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, Silent Victory. Hello, hello. So you'll be the next free reading coming up here. Morgan the Void, when the donation doesn't come through here, or even when someone does it and they retract it, it doesn't come through to me. I get a report afterwards, and so if it didn't go through for some way, I won't receive it at all. It has to appear here for me for them to give credit. So I'm not sure what happened with that. Usually there's some sort of you can like contact YouTube and um, dispute it or whatever and say, hey, this didn't go through, for me. Um, but so you can work that out with them because there's nothing I can do about it because I don't have any proof on my side. And if I send it on mine, they usually tell me, don't have the person dispute it with that. It's like happened one other time in the 7 or 8 months, but I have sometimes people here in chat. Well, say, "Hey, I did it," and it said it went through, but then when they go check, for some reason, it didn't. Um, but if you check, like, your bank account, if it went through there, then definitely check with YouTube, because 'cause they're the ones that gonna have to refund it back to you. I know, Mercury retrograde, Mercury retrograde. Um, but yeah, that's how that works. So, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, I know. I hate it when stuff like that happens. Alright, so Silent Victory, you wanted a general reading, so let's take a look here. Yeah, let's see what we've got going on here. Wow, okay. So you have the Eight of Chalices, which is, of course, the Eight of Cups, and you have the Adept of Chalices, which is the Knight of Cups in the Standard Tarot. Movement of emotion, leaving behind emotion that no longer serves. You're headed off here to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So there is this action energy here of looking at what other emotions or relationships are no longer serving you, and you're ready to leave those behind. They served you for a time, but you're not needing those old emotions. You're ready to transform them from something that might have been a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or words. And you're choosing to make them more vessels of love, because that allows you to, move forward into this wonderful, feeling of fullness and completeness. So it does involve some forgiveness coming in here, which I know that is the other F word, like, but it's like, there is this opportunity to leave behind those emotions, transform them, realizing that when someone said something or did something, if it wasn't of unconditional love, then it was a fear of losing conditional love. And when people are in fear, humans are in fear, we do stupid things, unloving things, and uncaring things, because when our little inner child inside of us feels unsafe or out of control, it sounds an alarm, and it pushes out our intelligent, loving, caring side of us, and it becomes like a wildcat that hisses and attacks, or hisses and runs away, or the attacks and then runs away, because it does whatever this little limited being feels it needs to do to feel safe and in control again. And so when it does that, it's like there's this, um, you know, um, it's not personal. It's like when you go to swim out to save someone who's drowning. It almost looks like swimming out to save someone who's drowning. Um, we might get smacked upside our head, you know, because they're panicking. Then they recognize that we're there because they just hit us and they grab onto us like a life preserver and drag us under the water too. They're not trying to hurt us or drown us. They're panicking. The intelligent person, the adult, is not there. They're just in survival mode. Then we get them back to shore, and then you see when they calm down, the human adult return into their head, right? And that's what kind of looking at these things, this transformation they have right now for you, is looking at something that keeps on rearing its head, an emotion of that trigger comes in, a fear of some kind of, because of what someone said or did earlier in your life. We can look at it and go, you know what, this wasn't about me. This was them acting like a fool. They were doing stupid things, uncaring things and unloving things, but it was a 2-year-old. So how much, emphasis do we put on what a 2-year-old says or does? They don't know anything. They don't know any better. They're just doing whatever they feel to survive. So we can release the wrath we have. We can forgive the little individual, not the act, but the individual. And we start looking at the situation differently. We start looking at them differently. We start looking at ourselves differently. So there is this transformation that comes around. So that's what's coming through, Silent Victory. So many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And hey, Daisy, you are up next. So, what does Spirit want you to know for your birthday month? So, your birthday's on the 24th. You're counting down. You're getting old. Yeah, I can imagine. We all are. Each moment, we're a little older. It's just a number, right? So let's take a look here and see what they have here for your birthday month. Let me just shuffle these up real quick here. Happy birthday in advance. See, so yeah, you said you were a Gemini, right? So you're on the cusp. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know for your birthday month? Well, you've got the Seeker of Crystals, which is the Page of Pentacles, and you have the Master of Crystals, which is the King of Pentacles. So your birthday month, it feels very much abundant, overflowing, full, very vibrant. So a very uh, full month of feeling abundance either in money or in friendships, love, everything. It just feels like your life is overflowing, and definitely an opportunity for new abundance coming into your life with the Seeker of Crystals there. And you find it. So here's the seeker and here's the receiver. So you definitely do have this here. There's also this wonderful way of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. So, instead of thinking of yourself as an aging old, they were gonna they're gonna say an aging old hag. You're not. You're a beautiful princess. You're a fine wine that is growing with time and time. So they have this change of how you're perceiving yourself in relationship to the outside world as well. So I really, really like that for you. And be sure to check out of course, the May um, readings for each individual zodiac sign if you have not looked at those yet, because you'll get more for that for you for the month as well. So happy early birthday to you, you sweet young thing, and much love to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And Rishi Lahori, you are up next. Hello, hello. I am doing well. I'm going to take a sip here. All right. Let's see here. Will you get the job at MetLife? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. All right. So you have the Two of Orbs, which is the Two of Swords, which is you're at a crossroads here. And I like this because it's basically saying here with Mother Luna that you do have this choice to make. And I like it because, usually the Two of Swords does have the moon on one of the swords, which represents following your heart and making choices by your heart and not just your mind. It's like close your eyes and open your heart and follow that in where you go. I almost feel like, with this, it's spirit saying, that's a good thing of the mind, but where does your heart want to do? Where does your heart want to take you? I know you've been looking for a job and you might be to this point of going, I'll take whatever I can get, but I feel like this is spirit saying, nurture yourself, follow your heart, and go the direction of your heart rather than your mind, or let your heart have a seat at the table with your mind in making the decisions here. They're not telling me whether you get this one or not. I just feel like they're drawing you. I mean, here's even the moon. It's like drawing you. Let's go this way. Let's go exit stage right. I feel like there's something different for you. Something distant. This represents the subconscious. There's, some things that it wants you um, to honor within you. Your heart wants to sing, your heart wants to live, and it wants a part of, deciding what you could, if you could do anything in the world, anywhere in the world, what would you want to do, right? And what is possible for it. Do you want to be a teacher in another country, teaching, different languages, or what is it? Don't let fear or anyone's limitations or anything impact you. They're like saying, really get into your heart of your high heart, which is like that Mother Luna. Connect to the higher heart. And what is it that you want to do? Because I feel like um, there's something that they're really sending you and it's distant. It's farther away, from where you live now. I just feel like it. So that's what's coming through, Rishi. I know, I know. I just wanted a yes or a no. But of course, they're like, well, that's a mute point. We want to point you towards, um, something that's more in alignment with your higher heart. So I know, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you. All right. Lou, you are up next. Hello, hello. You want to know if E misses you? All right. Let's take a look here. And let's see here. A lot of flames. Flames burning. And so we've got the Seeker of Flames, which would be the Page of Wands, and the Five of Flames, which is conflicting, energy. With this, with all this fire, I don't feel like they miss anyone, Lou. I feel like the Seeker of Flames, they're always seeking to go forward and they never go backward. And I don't feel like they look backward. It's like sometimes I'll get the impression of a forest fire or a grass fire where it just moves forward. It doesn't come backwards because there's nothing for it, there's no fuel for it to move backwards. So it's always seeking flame, it's always seeking going forward, more consumption, in a way. And I feel like this is the type of energy that they have. So I don't feel like this person misses anyone, like family, friends, lovers, jobs, whatever. They're always looking for the next thing. So that's what's coming in here. So I wouldn't take it personally. You're like, you know, let the fire keep going, and I don't want it to burn me anyway. So that's what they have for you, Lou. So many blessings for you. All right. So up next, we've got Ties J. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but you would like my advice on money, love, in this year. All right. Well, we'll pull a couple cards here and see what can come through, and a couple cards for you for all of that. And let's see what we have here. Well, you've got crystals twice. So this is pentacles or earth energy element here. And we've got the seven of crystals, the seven of pentacles, is that things do take time to unfold in your life. The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So it does take time for money and love and things to unfold this year. And you've got the Seeker of Crystals, which is, the Page of Pentacles, new opportunities that open up, this year for you in love, in money, and different areas of your life, of course. But it's also about seeing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way as well. So as you're waiting for things to unfold, this is kind of like the goal is to really dive into your self-love and understanding what's in there, what's below the surface of emotions that no longer serve you, or thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. They taught you for a while, but you're ready to, outgrow those and leave those behind. So there is this transformation that's happening here regarding money and love. And it can, if you look into areas, there might be some limiting beliefs about your worthiness to receive money and love and other things. And as you look into that, it does kind of lower some energy fields and some blocks that have been there to make things possible. So while we're waiting for things to unfold with like a seven of pentacles type of card, it's all about inward and upward, and discovering what obstacles, what barriers have we created between us and our self-love and our worthiness to receive things. So I feel like that's what they're kind of looking at right now here for that. So I know there's a lot. That's a lot of it's a big question for free reading. I know they don't go super, 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 deep into those, but at least that gives you some idea of what to look for there. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings for you. And Angel Bliss, you are up next. So, what do you need to know right now? Let's take a look here. All right. I guess these two, since they're sticking out of the deck here, let's take a look here. Okay. So, what these represent, the Master of Orbs is the King of Swords in the Standard Tarot. And they not only co rule over mind and thought and all the swords with the queen, the king gets a second portion of orbs or air, which makes them the master, the mastermind, really getting into questioning thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about life, which allows us also to see our small t truths, those fears of losing conditional love that may have limited us and made us feel restricted and small. And that Ace of Swords allows us to slice those away, and I feel like you've been working on that, but I feel like there right now is a big time of huge release of these thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you, because you're ready here with the Three of Flames to take a different direction. You are with new information going, you know what? I don't want to go in that other direction anymore. I want to go in this direction now. And so whatever, it's like if you've been told that, oh, that road to get to that island is going to close. The bridge is under repairs. There's all these signs taking it, but you get to the get closer and closer to the ramp that you would take off to go there to go to the island you want to go to, and you're realizing that, oh, I don't think it's closed anymore because the signs that you had before were not true, or they were old ones that were from a long time ago that someone forgot to take down. And now you're like, I can go this direction into something I really want. And that's what I feel is coming through right now. There's some old beliefs that you're releasing that won't restrict you in taking a step forward, either in a relationship or towards a job in education, moving, something that you had felt you couldn't do before. Now you like feel like, well, what's stopping me? So I like it. And that is what is coming through for you, Angel Bliss. So many blessings to you. All right. LMEE, hello. So, what is the guy you dated in SG feeling about you? All right. Let's take a look here. Nope. None of those. Let me just get these back together here. There we go. What else? All right. That one right there. Well, we do have here two major arcana, which is like, wow, right? The star, wishes, wish come true, a wishing upon a star, death and transformation. So I really feel like they have mixed feelings, about the ending and new beginning. Um, and I feel like they might have felt like, there is a lot of this hope they had in that something would work out or something would go down the lines. But then I just feel like they didn't really know what they wanted anyway, because they have this transformation that's coming around what they feel they want in their life. What would it be? A wish come true? What would that mean? Well, they're going through this transformation and they're understanding things as they're going along, because they were before just taking on whatever they had been taught growing up as, this is what your wish come true is. And you're like, oh, okay. And this is what they did. But when it comes down to it, they were really learning more and more about different interactions with the different people that I, that's not what I want. What do I want? And so they're finding out a lot of what they wanted by experiencing what they didn't want, different areas of their life. So I don't feel like they, like, the feelings about you are harsh or, you know, vengeful or anything. It feels very like, okay, information. I feel like there may be a water sign, not a water sign, an air sign, because I feel like they've analyzed. They're using. It's not like their feelings. You can ask, what are their thoughts about me? would be more an accurate thing to ask of them than feelings, it feels like, because it's like, yeah, feelings, those are kind of this mysterious thing they keep off in a little separate compartment, separated from everything else. And they're like, let's analyze and think about things. That feels more like it. And so it's not like there's this wanting to go backwards because they're like wanting to figure out things in their mind to move forward towards something that they feel is more in alignment with their dream, the dream they really want, not the dream that they've always told that they were supposed to have. That's the kind of energy that's coming in with those cards for you. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right, tarot to tarot. Hello. And are you being led by God to leave the United States? All right, let's take a look here. All right. Well, I think I had something similar to this come up, but what what I feel here is that they are not leading you to leave the US, but they're leading you to something new. There's a difference, right? Five of Flames starts off being like, and both of these are flames, it's wands, it's passion. This could be fear energy, right? The Five of Flames starts off like fear energy, these five people battling each other. And then you realize that, oh, these were not enemies trying to kill one another, but friends helping each other work out their skills, improve their skills. And the Seeker of Flames is the Page of Wands, which is a new passion, a new desire, right? So if there is, feelings of I need to escape something, that's not of creator. Creator is not of fear, that's of man. So this transforms into something of love, but you have a new passion, you have a new desire that's drawing you somewhere. So it's the difference of running from and transitioning and transforming to, right? And that's the difference between here. And so if wherever you feel this passion, this draw that's drawing you somewhere, that's of spirit. But if you feel something is chasing you and you're trying to get escape from it, that's not of spirit. But so I feel like it feels like it's starting off like, but then when you transform everything and you really look at what is drawing you where you're going to go, you're going to see like, okay, it's not that I'm trying to get away from somewhere, it's that I want to get to somewhere because this is where I'm being drawn to. So that's what's coming through for me, tarot to tarot. So hopefully that resonates, but that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And we'll continue moving down the list. So up next, we've got High Priest Girl. And you want to know what is coming towards you? Let me take a sip here. So High Priest Girl, what is coming towards you? All right. Well, I guess that is what is coming towards you. As two cards come flying out. All right. Wow. I know I shouldn't say that before showing cards, right? People are like, what? What? So I just said it because the Seven of Chalices, Seven of Cups is like a lot of emotion swirling around you. And the Eight of Flames is a lot of energy, swirling around you here. So I feel like there's a lot of activity that comes in quick out of nowhere, kind of throws you off your game just a little bit, just because you're flooded with so many different emotions all at once, and they're so flamey, they're so passionate, and there's like just all this energy behind it, a lot of emotional energy. So I just feel like there is this some sort of event that's triggering this. I don't feel, um any like danger things around it. I just feel like it just comes in out of the blue and it blindsides you, and you might have some fears come on with all the other emotions, but I feel like there's excitement and joy and happiness, but anxiety and nervousness and all at once. It's almost like how like you get an opportunity um that comes out of nowhere, like, hey, in an hour, we could have you go in front of 100 people to share your story if you'd like. And you're like, it's something that you really want and this and that and everything. But it's so sudden. I would want time to, plan it. But I don't feel like you have the time to plan whatever this thing is that would make you feel comfortable. So it feels like it's just stretching you out of your comfort zone a little bit. But again, it feels like it's something for you. Or like, hey, I know we were gonna go out on our first date, next week, but I have time now. Do you have time to go? And you're like, "Oh my god, I haven't even showered. I haven't," all this stuff. It's that kind of feel of, "I wanna do this, but I'm not gonna be able to do it perfectly the way I think I wanna do it," and so there's all this swirling. It just feels uncomfortable, but it's stretching you and it's good for you. So I like it. So take a big deep breath when it comes and go, okay, that's right. I knew this. I knew this. And that always, it's always a great reminder. Always wear clean underwear. I don't know why. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, High Priest Girl. All right. So, Bella Bala, you are up next, and you like an angel message. Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see. All right. Wow, crystals and crystals. So, pentacles, pentacles, earth energy coming in here. So, you've got the four of pentacles, and then the sage of pentacles. That's really the queen of pentacles in the standard tarot, which is all about mother nature, mother nurture, new birth, wonderful, abundant feelings coming into your outside world. And it really comes from this Four of Pentacles journey, which the Four of Pentacles tells us that when we define our worth by the outside world, we feel unstable because we're told to define ourselves by like relationships, situations, and things. And all three of those are really unstable in the outside world, right? Because um, people like relationships, people change, they pass away, they walk away. So relationships are very unstable, to situations like our jobs, our education, our social status, just social, circumstances we can get ourselves into um, are always changing. They never stay the same. And then, of course, things, our bodies, bank accounts, possessions, all that breaks down, deteriorates, blows up, burns down, stolen. And so we eventually grow weary of, you know, everything in the outside world is unstable, or we get bored with it or tired of it. And we eventually turn inward and upward, where we find the true source of stability for our worth, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. It's eternal, meaning it never ends, unconditional, meaning not one condition, and we can never lose it. And so we start having our worth, have that as the strong foundation, and then our whole way we look at the outside world changes, because it basically allows us to see a picture of our worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And that's what she does too with the Ace of Pentacles she has in her hands, is this new birth, this new awareness, this new abundant feeling. Because rather than seeing the world outside as something constantly disappointing and falling short and lacking, it's all above and beyond extra because we find what we need on the inside. So I feel like this is the message for, is like understanding that what you're looking for is this love. We turn it inward and outward, I mean upward. And then eventually when we look outward, we don't like, it doesn't mean like, well, then I don't need love anymore. It's like, you're right, we don't need love anymore, but maybe we want love. And we look at it differently. We don't look at someone as going, you're not meeting my long list of expectations, because we don't expect anything of them anymore, because we're we're fulfilled by that inner love. And so anything they give is above and beyond extra. We start to be grateful for everything that they give, rather than giving them a list of things they're falling short on, right? B minus, F, whatever. So that's what's coming through, Bella Bala. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So, Rhonda, you are up next. Hello. And what is coming up for you this coming week? All right, let's take a look here. I don't want all those. Let me just reshuffle these real quick and we'll see what's coming your way here. All right. Right. That one and that one. So let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, all right. So you do have the alchemy, which is the temperance card in the standard tarot, which is the patience and things are unfolding, right? They're going back and forth and back and forth. And you have the seeker of chalices, which is the page of cups in the standard tarot. So that would be like love, and love is evolving, love is transforming for you here, and that can be self-love, it can be love of friends, love of family, love of lovers, you know, but there is this transformation, and they're just saying, just trust the process, trust that as things are going back and forth from cup to cup, that things are transforming from that whatever the base metal was, and it's transforming into gold, and it is, moment by moment, it's changing, and to trust the process. The patience always tells us, that as we're waiting for things to unfold in the outside world, that, here she is seeking the Ace of Cups up here. See if I can get it to focus. Maybe not. Um, but that is focusing on self-love, 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 looking at the barriers that we've created between us and loving ourselves, and what old ways of thinking we're leaving behind, and what emotions no longer serve us, what relationships no longer serve us. We're allowing things to fall away, as we're seeing that there are barriers between loving ourselves and seeing the true love in the world. And I know this is what you've been working on for what, I know our entire lives we've been working on it, but really you've been intensely working on it for as long as I've known you, for this last 6, 7, 9 months. So it's continuing, but it's getting closer and closer to becoming gold. So that's what I like for you, Rhonda, and many blessings to you. Hang in there. Good to see you. All right. So, Rose, with the pink rose picture, you are up next. So, any blessings coming to you this month? I am sure there's got to be blessings every single second, right? So, let's take a look here and see what we've got here. Yeah. So, you do have the Six of Flames and the Strength card, which is Leo energy. You see all the fire, right? But the Six of Flames is victory. It is being seen. It's being put up on a horse of victory, a parade, where people recognize your worth and you are seen, and people mention it to you. The Strength card here is your human self connecting to your higher self. So there is this blessing of the more that you look into connecting with your higher self, the more fulfilled you are too. Because the Six of Wands can be a transformation of looking to the outside world for our validation and for recognition, and realize that no matter what you do, like you could do this huge project that changes and brings in $1 million to a company you work for, and they give you a $10 Starbucks gift card as a thank you. And you're like, just keep it, and, but it's a recognition from the higher realms that they always see you. They are around you 24/7. They know your heart, your mind, your thoughts. They've seen your entire life, and they are proud of you. And they're always ready to high five you and fist bump you and just support you in your journey. And so it's like this kind of this, you do get some from the outside world, but it feels empty. And then you realize when you get this warm love from inside, from your higher source, from your guardian angels and your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. It's them saying how they, you know, appreciate and see everything that you've done, and that it's such a brave thing to come down here as a human. That alone, they're just like, boom, you guys are the bomb diggities. You're the nuclear bomb of the bomb diggities because of doing that. So I like that for you, and it's a beautiful blessing because you really, really realize, I don't need to please people on the outside. I've got an audience of a multitude that are applauding, and they see everything. So they know the hard work you've done, and they know the sacrifices you've made. They know the internal work that you do, and how many lives you spare on a daily basis. They're funny. But that's what they have for you right now, Rose. So many, many blessings to you. I like it. All right. Hey, Princess Pinky, you will be the next free reading coming up, but I do have a donation here. Thank you so much, Dana, for your donation. And I don't see a question yet. So if you want to pop it down there, there you go. Thank you so much. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. All right. So you want to know if this connection with Pisces is divinely guided. Hello. Let's take a look here. So all of our, every interaction is a divine appointment, right? No one comes into our lives by accident. Let's see. They kind of adjusted it in my energy. They just want to let that someone who comes across, yeah, exactly. It's like, what is the purpose? Are they a stepping stone? Are they a mirror? What the heck are they, right? So let's take a look here. All right. Let me see what these other cards are here too. Okay. Yeah, so we've got the tower here, and we've got the four of crystals, the four of pentacles. Their purpose in your life is to show you. I know this is going to sound bad, but they're like how they are disappointing. Like all relationships in the outside world are disappointing till we turn inward and upward and find this beautiful, strong connection. And the tower shows what's removed out of your life is moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, and it makes space for the new, and it opens up the pathway here. Kind of feel like they teach you some great things about how unstable external individuals are. So I feel like that is kind of like this. You're like, yep, another one. Okay, so this really turns me inward to really seek here, right? Because I feel here you've got the seeker of crystals, which would be the page of pentacles in the outside world, which is this searching for a new way of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world, which the four of orbs, four of swords is mental stability. You cut away the expectations of looking in the outside world because they are usually, they're sitting here with the ace of orbs here, which allows them to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which allows them to see everything in a different way. They can cut away these fears of losing conditional love in the outside world because they start to see the love that they've been looking for by connecting to the higher realms. And that's what the four of crystals, the four of pentacles ultimately does. We get tired enough of the individuals in the outside world, you know, um, it's just, you know, um, because of all the instability of relationships, of situations and things, we turn inward, and sometimes out of desperation, sometimes out of boredom, uh, out of frustration. And then we're like, why isn't there work? I can't find anything that like takes this thirst away. And then we turn inward and upward, and we're like, oh, there it is, eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms, right? Eternal, never ending, unconditional, nothing who can lose it. Very definition of stability, right? So we find the stability, and then our whole perception of the outside world changes because we're not looking for it to give us that because it can't. And then we feel full and whole and complete. And then we look at the outside world as um, abundant and overflowing and extra, not, what we find on the inside. There's this spice cake mantra that Spirit developed for me, which was, and it can be anything. It doesn't have to be spice cake, but for some reason at the time, spice cake is what was fitting. So it's like I am my own spice cake, right? The love and the love of my true friends and family is the frosting on top of the spice cake, and my accomplishments in life are the cherry on top, the frosting on top of the spice cake, and my intimate relationships are the whipped topping on top of the cherry on top of the frosting on top of the spice cake. If for some reason I don't have the whipped topping or the cherry, if all my true friends and family who love me unconditionally had all gone to the other side, even if there was none of that left, I'd still be one awesome freaking spice cake. And so this it puts it like in this order. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it puts us in this order here of this wonderful perception. And then we start to see it totally different there. And this is the promise from them. Like you are, like you say, you're working on your inner and self-love, and it's beautiful because the eight of crystals tells you that as you work on doing those things, as you put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears of releasing those old things, those barriers between you and your self-love, that you find it. And then it moves things along in the outside world. And that's what's beautiful is that when we find that inner love, it's not like, well, then I have to give up the outside. No, we just don't need it anymore. But it doesn't mean that we can't want it, right? It's like we find this 10-course meal inside of us with two desserts. So we are full and we have everything we need. And then people on the outside world are offering us third dessert and fourth dessert and fifth dessert and sixth dessert and seventh dessert, et cetera. And we can always make room for more dessert. And so we're like, thank you. Yeah, I can definitely take more. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's above and beyond extra. And if someone goes, no, I'm not giving you seventh dessert, you're like, "Oof, it's okay. I'm full anyway. It doesn't impact us like before, where we feel like it's our sustenance, right? So I like this for you. Just very, um, I feel like they are divinely guided to help you realize, yep, they're not going to be able to give me what I need either. But it is just a helpful um, piece of this beautiful journey that you're on with this self love and this inner love. I just feel it just helps so much for you to realize I can find what I need inside of me, and the outside world, is just the third dessert plus, right? So I like that for you, Dana. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. All right. So that is, I think that's all the donations I had. Yes. So I'm going to scroll back up here, and I'd left off with Princess Pinky. Let me just close my blinds here real quick. It's getting dark out. Do want the werewolves to get me out there with the full moon coming up here on Friday, full moon eclipse in Scorpio. Ooh. Okay. So, Princess Pinky, you want to know Aquarius's feelings for you. All right. Let's take a look here. So we've got the Eight of Swords here, and the Eight of Swords is about them discovering, and of course, being air signs, they're all about looking at their own beliefs and their own mindsets, their old ways of looking at things that make them feel restricted and small, and that have kept them, feeling caged. And I feel like here, the feelings are not, really emphasized here. They're in their mind a lot here. And with this Three of Wands, it feels like this is taking a different direction. And I almost feel like this is you. taking a different direction. I almost feel like your patience is running out with their constant thinking and their constant internal this, and their emotions are kept in vessels in a special cabinet in their heart that's refrigerated, and you have to ask for emotions from them. And I feel like you're just maybe getting to this place here where I'm ready to move on to something more in alignment with what I want. I just feel like your patience will run out if it hasn't already. I feel like it's getting there because I don't feel like they're going to express a lot of emotion because they're so mental about life and what's going on in their life and what they want to achieve and what they want to do. I just feel they're really caught up into their thinking mode that the emotions are just kind of turned down very, very low in their life right now. So I kind of feel like you are going, you know what? I don't think this is for me. I think I deserve something else that's more in alignment with who I am. Right. So a fish doesn't need to, get mad at the bird if the bird doesn't want to swim under the water. It's just like, you know what? You go fly. I'm going to go find a fish that can be underwater with me. So that is what I feel is coming through for you, Princess Pinky. So many blessings for you. All right. So, Felicia, thank you so much for the reminder here. And I get so caught up into the donation, not donations. I just saw a donation came in. I get so caught up into the readings that I forget to thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you give, the channel by hitting the like button. It does help spread the Zen love. So, thank you for being part of the Love Tsunami. And thank you, Felicia, for the wonderful reminder for me as well. All right. So Kavya Dixit, you will be the next free reading, but I do have a donation. Hey, Trouble Woman. Good to see you. And thank you for your donation. And I believe, let me take a look here. Yeah, if you have not checked your the winner video for Monday, Trouble Woman times two, I would check that out. You may just be a winner. So, uh, thank you for that. And I think I saw Latoya Bryant in here too. I think you have, yeah. So you have a free reading there. Latoya Bryant, you might also check that. I saw your name there as well. So, ha ha ha. All right. So, yeah, and if you guys haven't checked out Tuesday's giveaway video, make sure to check that, everybody, because I will be having 23 possible opportunities for free giveaway readings throughout the rest of the month of May. So, boom. All right. So, Troublewoman, sorry. So, to you for your reading here, will you and Ryan be together this week? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So this is what they have for you. Let's take a look here. Not this week here. We've got the Three of Flames is different plans, a change of direction. The Sage of Flames here is the Queen of Flames, which does have to do with directing your energy, directing your power. And, I feel like there's something that comes in here. We've got the reflection, the Hermit here, which tells me being by yourself. But I also like the Seeker of Crystals, the Page of Crystals, which is new opportunity that opens up. So I feel like there something happens here where you're not able to get together this week. So you do spend some time here by yourself, but you do have an opportunity to get together. It's just not this week. So I do like this here, the reflection time. I don't think it's spirit blocking, blocking someone from you, like nudging him out of the way. But I do feel here while that's happening, the queen of flames here is, she rolls over the flames, but she's given also water. So she has a great, with this spiritual energy, and with the water, great opportunity to connect with spirit, which is what this is all about here. So they're saying, hey, while you're, not able, like, because the plan's changing, you can take the opportunity definitely to connect with us here, because it helps you be aware of new opportunities that do come open here, both with that and with this too. So, um, you know, like you said, oh, okay, cool. So, at least that there's an opportunity to make the best of it. I know, right? So I like it. I like it for you. I look forward to receiving your email for your free reading. So I'm excited, Trouble Woman, Trouble Woman. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All righty. So let's scroll back up here. All right. So we had left off with Kavya Dixit. Excuse me. And good morning to you on the other side of the world, huh? So you want to ask what you need to know at this time from Spirit? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. And what else? All right. So we do have here, you've got both the Seeker of Crystals, which is the like the Page of Pentacles, and the Seeker of Chalices, the Page of Cups. So we've got all of this beautiful opportunity opening up in the outside world, but also this ability for love and this new emotion too. So you definitely have a new um, a new opportunity, a new event, something that triggers some significant emotional change in here for you, a new spark of emotion. So it could be love, and it could be love, not necessarily romantic. It can be a best friend coming in. But I just really feel there's this opportunity opening up in the outside world. And it feels like a big leap for you in how you relate your worth in relationship to the outside world, too. So that sometimes that feels like a tribe coming together where you feel like you're not alone in belief or how you approach things. So sometimes it can be that. Sometimes it can, of course, there's nothing like a nice little ego boost when someone's attracted to us, right? But I like this. This is a beautiful opportunity that's coming up for you, that's opening up, but it brings you joy. It brings this wonderful emotions up. And again, like it said, this worth. So keep an eye out. And if you have an opportunity to go do something in the outside world, if someone invites you to a gathering and a get together of some sort, I really encourage you to go to it, even if it's like something outside of your comfort zone. It's like, do this one thing. It'll be worth it. And then you can go run away with this other, group of people, like a couple people, or maybe you do find someone romantically too. But I like it for you. And they just want you to know that this opportunity that's coming up, definitely worth pursuing. So I like it for you. And that is what they have for you, Kavya. So many blessings for you. You're very welcome, Trouble Woman. All right. And so, Star Girl, you are up next. Good morning to you, and spirit message for you. Let's take a look here. All right. The Shadow. I like this deck. So we've got the Seven of Orbs, which is the Seven of Swords, and the Shadow, which is, the Saturn energy that challenges our thoughts, our beliefs, and our mindset. So these are so perfect for one another because I love the balloon here because it's like I can imagine like the hot air balloon has all these sandbags that are keeping it low to the ground. And that would represent this shadow, which is our all our beliefs, our mindsets, the supposed tos, the should be's, the need to be's, the have to be's, the must be's of the past that have kept us limited and kept us small. But the Seven of Orbs is basically saying that you're in this time of looking at those thoughts and beliefs that have limited you, that have like deceived you and cheated you out of opportunities because they weighed you down. But this Saturn energy has been challenging you and helping you escape from this web, escape from this weight, so that you could go higher into places that you're meant to go. So I do like this for you. It just really says the spirit says, continue to work on releasing those fears that no longer serve you, these limiting beliefs that were in place because of pain of the past, and you had created them to protect yourself, but it's not needed anymore. You're ready to let that go. So I like that for you, and that is what they have for you right now. All right. So many blessings to you. And let's see, we are to self love. Hey, self love. Whoops. So I hit my candle. All right. So, what should you know right now? Let's take a look here. All right. Whoa. Uno momento. All right. There we go. All right. It was well going after the card because you have the Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity opening up in the outside world. And with the Six of Cups here, the Six of Chalices, this is about someone from your past is coming back into your life that helps ignite this new opportunity. So whether it's friendship, it's something coming back from your past, which I really like, because it's either someone you have known in this lifetime, or it is someone from a past life. And it just brings in this feeling like if you hadn't known him in this lifetime, you're going to feel like you did, and like you do. And you're just like, there's going to be this connection. Like, it's like meeting an old friend. And this is the type of energy that's coming in here. And there's an opportunity that is opening up for you to get together with them and meet with them again. And doesn't necessarily need to mean like a romantic type of thing, or an ex coming back. Could be an old friend, an old relative, something along those lines too. But it's a great opportunity that's coming up, and to not um try not to get caught up into the past, because you're not who you were and they're not who they were. Allow it to be a new opportunity to connect as new people, but still with whatever connection you had before, because it's important to come at it with fresh eyes, if that makes sense. So if there's any judgments of like, I can't believe they said what they said, and you're like, you know what, I forget why we're mad at each other, but there is this wonderful opening up, and I like this because it's healing. It really boosts this new thing. It's almost like, best friends who had a falling out over something, and then you realize it's stupid, but I didn't want to admit it was stupid, and they didn't want to admit it was stupid. To end this beautiful, best friend relationship. And I feel like it's time for that. It's like that type of change. But that's what's coming through, self love. So many blessings to you. I like it. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. Sure, Nikitha, you definitely can. Absolutely. All right. So, Stella, you are up next. So, what are your dreams trying to tell you, right? Oh, I know, crazy dreams. I'm sure we all are having like bizarre ones. We're in full eclipse season, and all this, Pluto went retrograde, I think, on Monday. We have the Scorpio full moon eclipse in 2 days, which is ruled by Pluto. We got all this weird stuff going on, right? I know I'm like I feel like I'm dreaming constantly, and they feel real, right? So you're not alone. So, but what are your dreams trying to tell you here? All right. So we do have here the eight of pentacles is that you've done the work, you put in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and it's time for you to get what you deserve. This is being seen and being recognized. Worthiness, and the eight of crystals is like the apprentice becoming the master because they've done all the work and they've learned the skill. But it's time to move forward. It's time to move on to something that um, is more equal to you. And I feel like there is some movement that is being recognized. And, it's the perfect time for our subconscious and our spiritual posse to chat with us when our mind is asleep and so the security guard is napping so they can get in there and show us all the stuff they're wanting to show us. And I feel like with the combination of those cards, this energy that's coming in is like, it's time for you to move forward in a direction, either in the physical world, like moving somewhere, or a job, or a relationship, and it's up or out. There's things that can't remain as they are, and if people can't follow you, then they need to go their other direction. And I just feel like there's several different areas of your life that your spirit team is trying to show you. It is time to move on. You don't have to sacrifice your you know um it's like someone that can run but you're carrying them on your back. They're like, it's time for them to get off and run with you. And if they don't want, like, "Oh, I'm tired, I don't want to run," well, then they can stay back. But it's time for you to go forward in your direction where you are being drawn to go, and it's okay. So I feel like a lot of your dreams are telling you about more so people and relationships, well, and situations too, they're saying, and thoughts. They're just like, there's things that can be left behind to go because you're ready to move forward. Things can't stay as they are. And so this nudging, they're nudging you in your dreams to move forward. So is someone shoving you off a cliff or something? Whatever these dreams are, it is, I feel like it's about movement forward and leaving things behind. And it's okay. It's the guilt that you're kind of processing on the inside. Well, I don't want to have to leave them behind. It's like, it's okay. It's their choice. And you'll see them again someday, on the other side. We always will. There's going to be a big party, after party, and they're not going to feel bad. They're like, yeah, that was what you're supposed to do. But that's what's coming in, Stella. So many blessings to you. All right. Alrighty, ready. So, Manju, you'll be the next free reading up, but I have a couple donations. Thank you so much. So, always victory. You are up first, and then thank you, Nikitha. You will be up next. If you want to pop your questions in there, I will get to those in just a moment. So, always victory, an oracle and a tarot. Not just, but advice from your guides. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Let me just shuffle these. So advice from the guides. Okay. All right. Those three. And it's funny, when I was picking my oracle cards, I actually have the ask your guides deck. So that's the one we're going to use here for your oracle. All right. Okay, so you have physical body here with Gaia. Beautiful card here. I'll even zoom in, see if I can get it to zoom in, how these, there it goes. Beautiful, beautiful. And that is card number 31. And this has to do with nutrition, your physical well-being, groundedness, and practicality. So, of course, Gaia, the divine Earth Mother, is present. making you aware of your marvelous physical body, her great gift to you. Be grateful for her gift. It's a wondrous temporary home for your spirit. She asks that you give it the respect and attention it deserves and needs. So take care of it with love and attention. Give it adequate rest, a proper diet, and a calm and peaceful environment. Spend time with nature, as the earth is the true mother to your body and will restore it. The better you care for your body, the more it will serve your spirit. So listen to your body, its gut feelings, its flutters, its impulses, as Gaia speaks to you through it. This is the Earth Mother cradling you, protecting you, and guiding you through each day. She advises you not to live in your head alone and ignore your physical self. Without a strong connection to your body, you'll be weak and unable to achieve your goals. So, Gaia's message to you is pay attention to your body. All right. And let's see what your tarot are here. I laugh because you got Mother, Divine Mother, and then you have Mother Luna as well. So, very much, a combination of these is very much about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, mothering yourself, paying attention to yourself. It is time for you to give yourself that attention here. And, yeah. Uh, and we've got the six orbs here, which is the Six of Cups, balancing emotions. But Six of Cups also represents, it's the nostalgia card, looking back at old emotions. But this also can be someone that is coming back into your life as well. But I feel like they are saying here, with whatever situation this is that's coming in, to make sure to put yourself first, to make sure that you're caring for yourself, your body, and you know, taking time for you, not to let whoever this is, or whatever situation this is that is coming back from the past, that you have this nurturing both of the Mother Earth and then Mother Luna of the moon too. So you definitely have these things that are coming in here, and not to let your fears overcome here, because here's divine justice. So you have divine justice come in. You have all this trio of all these beautiful divine feminine energies, but she connects to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love, and it allows you to cut away the fears, the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that may, um, are rooted in the fears of losing conditional love, right? And there's this clarity that comes in here. So, whatever this thing is or person that comes back from the past, it's okay to, look at things differently, cut away old ways of looking at it. Don't let it impact you the way that it's done before. I feel like you have come such a long way from self-sacrificing, right? And I feel like you are in this wonderful place here with these energies that are coming in. I feel are like it's a great um I don't like calling them tests, because there's no grade. It's just a review. Like, let's say someone that comes back into your life creates the circumstances that normally would just freak us out and devastate us and whatever. And then we bump into them again. And this time there's like, we wait for the anxiety to hit and we're like, where did it go? It's not here. It's because of how far you've come and what you've done, and that you do put yourself first. And I feel like this is a great opportunity, whatever is coming up, for you to practice that. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But that's what's coming through right now for you, always victory. So I like it because you have come a long way in a very short time in your life. And so even from the last time you saw this person or this situation that's come up before, it's like totally different in how it impacts you and the choices that you make. So I like it. So many, many blessings to you. And again, thank you for your donation as well. All right. So, Nikitha, thank you so much for your two donations. Let me see here. Just going to scroll down the list here. I don't think I saw any questions from you, but how old man eyes can be. Okay, there you go. Oh, there you go. Thank you. So, number one, how is Yogesh feeling about you since his result? Is he missing anyone to talk to me or has he just moved on? Okay, let's take a look here. What is going on with Yogesh here? All right. I love how this happened too. So, you know, his feelings about you since you've been gone, 6 of Cups, 6 of Orbs is past memories and reflecting on the past. It's nostalgia. So they've been thinking about you. It's been reflecting here. They still have emotions that are there that are going on here, right? So they definitely have this, type of um, emotional connection. You always will have a place in their heart, because you're in these memories, these pearls that are within there. So that is there. I mean, and I mean, they're not. They haven't burned them all away. Is he missing you? And what does he want to talk to you? We've got this emotional confusion card with the 7 of chalices, the 7 of cups. So they have a lot of emotional confusion that's going on in their life right now. And we've got the higher self card, which is the high priestess, which is stepping away to be by themselves. They're really reviewing their life, looking at the stability of their life. And the 4 of crystals is this journey we all go on where we eventually discover that we can't find what we're looking for in the outside world, because the outside world, people change, people pass away, people walk away. So relationships will always be unstable, and same thing with situations like jobs and education and things like our bodies, our bank accounts. Everything is constantly changing, deteriorating, blowing up, getting stolen. The outside world is so unstable that when we define ourselves by it, we feel unstable. And I feel like what they're in right now is this, unstable place. Emotionally, they got all these emotions going all over the place, but they're trying to figure things out. They're trying to figure out their world. And with the higher self, they've really stepped back into the high priestess temple to focus on themselves. So I don't feel like they are sure of what they want to do because they're so confused, but I don't feel like they're wanting to talk at this time. They are trying to figure out what they want in their life, and I feel like they miss you at times, right? As they're reflecting on these past experiences, they're like they remember the good times that you guys had, and of course, they also remember the feelings of feeling unstable and not feeling fulfilled in the outside world, which has nothing to do with your ability, because we can't give each other what we're looking for, because the love we're looking for is inward and upward. Conditional love in the outside world, unconditional love on the inside. So we can't do that. But I feel this is where they're at in their life right now, just in an emotionally confusing place here. And I don't feel like they know what they want at this point. They are away in their temple working things out. So right now, they don't want to talk. Um, I mean, maybe not to anyone, but they don't want to talk because they're in this huge reflective place, in this place of emotional confusion where it just is overwhelming for them in the outside world. So, will they ever choose that? Based on their current energies, we can see about the future here. Will they ever choose to reach out to you? No, it looks like here, this is the marriage card and this is the 3 of Wands, which is taking a different direction. So I don't feel like they will return. I feel like they will burn forward. When I get, whoops, all this flame energy here, that comes in with this changing of directions, I get this energy like they're not someone who goes backward. They are more fiery where they consume and move forward. Like a grass fire burns this way, it doesn't burn that way and go, "What? I'm gonna move back this way." It can't because it's already burnt it doesn't have any fuel, right? It continues to move forward in a direction that way. So that is what I feel for this one there for you, Nikita. So, okay. And then number 2, you met this new guy. Ooh, all right. Yay! Is it for your better to look at him from relationship, or is there something that you have to? Okay, let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know. Let me just refresh these real quick. Take a quick sip. All right, so let's take a look here. What does spirit want you to know about Rushi? Okay, anything else? All right. Okay. So we do have here, we have the Sage of Flames, would be the Queen of Wands in the Standard Tarot. And okay, sorry, I thought that was you saying something else here. So I like this because this is about your, really um experiencing and embodying, that's what I was looking for, embodying your passion, embodying your confidence and moving forward. And she's so connected to the spirit world because she's got all that spiritual energy that comes with this. And all the queens are given a second portion of water, which also helps connect to spirit. So I really like this gut, this instinct, this following your intuition and following this fire that's burning within you. I really like this because you actually asked about moving towards a relationship, and we've got the 4 of Flames, which is the 4 of Wands. We just had that, right? This is marriage card. This is celebration, type of energy. And we've got the Luna again connecting to the high realms, allowing this emotional wave. This is the subconscious, and dive deep in there and understand your emotions and what you're wanting. I mean, both of these cards, really have you dive in here. And I like this for you. It's like just be aware of taking your time with this though. I like this too. Um, yeah, because we were talking about here with the Hanged Man here, this is like a cocoon. This is about allow things unfold, that things will take time. And during this time with the 4 of Orbs, the 4 of Swords, it is a time for you to look at your expectations. These 3 orbs are the expectations of the past, and you're sitting here with the fourth orb, which is the Ace of Swords and the sword suit, which is really what this is. Because the 3 orbs represent, usually that'd be like a heart with 3 swords stuck in it, which is disappointment, our expectations, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos around relationship and all of that. And that fourth sword allows you to connect to the higher realms, which, especially with Luna and the Sage of Flames, is really talking about connecting to the upper realms. And that Ace of Swords allows you to really see things from a higher place, rooted in unconditional love. It allows you to question your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about what do I want in a relationship? What are all these rules we have of the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos and the musts? And that Ace of Swords allows you to cut them away and allows you to be more and have this peaceful mind. I mean, they're even meditating in the tides here, which is so beautiful because it's allowing you during while you're waiting for things to unfold, you're waiting for things to move forward. You're working on your self love, you're working on releasing yourself. Yeah, I mean, this seems um very very pure here. I don't see any um you know warning signs on here. Let me just see here. Anything we need to know about their intentions? So we got the Lovers card, and the Master of Crystals is the King of Pentacles, which is abundance, overflowing. So, yeah, no negativity here at all. This is all great stuff. So, I don't see negative intentions. Yeah, definitely love intentions towards you. I mean, can't get any more clear than that, right? But I love that. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't think I should show that up close on camera. I was like, because there's the lovers, they're very intertwined on there. Trust me, they're on there. But yeah, I definitely see that, Nikita. So I like it. What a great message developed from the others because it does show you that it is meant for you to move forward and that you learned a lot, through your relationship with Yogesh. But um, you learned a lot about the what I want to cut away and what I don't, what fears do I have, and let me just remove those. So I like those for you, Nikita. So that is what they have. Again, thank you so much for your donations. I greatly appreciate those, and I wish you the best. I'm excited for your new adventure. All right. So we had left off with Maju for the free readings, and you want to know the physical appearance of your life partner. All right. What else? All right. So the Eight of Crystals, of course, this is someone who has done the work. Crystals is earth energy, it is very grounded. So you're looking at someone that's really down to earth and that, isn't, um, you know, um, all about the looks, all about, having you know, the newest car, the newest this, the newest that. They're very grounded in themselves, right? So I like that. There's this grounding energy that comes in here. So very down to earth, dresses more comfortable than to a T. You also have the hanging man here, which represents this. It is Neptune energy, which is water element. So it is someone who is down to earth, as well. But the hangman, I always think this is like a cocoon. They have gone through this transformation. And so I feel like they are, I don't know, the physical appearance, it's not so much that you see what you see physically, it's what it's like this inner glow that just reflects because of this emotion they have, because of this transformation they went through. It's like someone that used to have caterpillar energy has butterfly energy, which is bright and free and open, and they just glow. So, this physical appearance, I don't feel like it's so much about what they look like so much as what there's just this energy about them that you can't, um, you know, necessarily capture in like a photo, but you would see it in a photo. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, you would like if there's a picture of 6 people, they would just jump out, not because they're actually glowing, but you could just tell, like, you're just drawn to them, right? And so this is what is coming in. It's almost like they're saying, like, the physical appearance isn't gonna be how you know them. You're gonna be just like, "Oh my gosh, who is that?" Whoosh. Not because they're, like, hot, which they might be, but they're just like, who, what? You don't even know why. You're just drawn to him, and this is what is coming in for you, Manju. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right, and Dollface Diva, you are up next for the next free reading, but I do have a donation coming in. Thank you so much, Natalia, for your donation. And what is coming up for you in love? All right, let's take a look here. See what we have coming in here. All right. What else? All right. Wow, this card keeps coming out. I like it. Oh, wow. Okay. So here we have the Eight of Crystals again, and this has come up quite a bit. But the Eight of Crystals is the Eight of Pentacles, which shows you have been doing the inner work on love and letting go of the emotions that no longer serve and these expectations around relationship that no longer serve, letting go of people out of your life that no longer serve. And now this is this movement in your life that is moving forward. So this is that love relationship is headed your way. This is movement up in relationship. So I really like that. And, if we had any doubt, you've been doing the work. You've been balancing, cutting away those small t truths that are the fears of losing conditional love and connecting higher, because they usually have the Ace of Swords with them too, which is the connecting to the higher truths. So you've been cutting all that away, and here comes the Empress, the new birth, the new sensuality, the newness that's coming in, this freedom that's coming in, but definitely love and harvest. So along with this, it's saying you've been doing the work. It's basically these two cards together is this: you've been doing the work, and here comes the reward. And I really like that because dun dun dun. If we had any needed any confirmation, here the Lovers card came flying out of the deck again. And you have the Sage of Crystals, which would be the Queen of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot. Again, she is a lot like the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, abundance, new birth, sensuality coming in as well. So you definitely are seeing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a completely different way than you had even 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 9 months ago. If you look at yourself a year ago, you don't even recognize yourself and how you're looking at yourself and what you feel you deserve and the blocks that you've had to receiving abundance in your life and receiving love in your life. And so here you come into this love. It is headed your way. It is very, very close here with all of this energy coming in here. So I'm excited for you. You've done it. You've done all this self-reflection and grown your self-love. And now the wait is over. I would even feel like before the end of May that you're going to be at least meeting this new love that's coming in. And I like that it's a journey, that it's taking step by step and not rushing. Before, I feel like you might have rushed, because you felt I have to rush in here because I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. You know what I mean? I have to embed myself in their life so I can find out what they're doing. Now you're not as concerned. You're going to have this trust and that their actions mean more about them than you. And I just feel like it's going to be a different type of flow coming in. And I really like this for you. So that's what they have for you, Natalia. I like it. So many blessings to you. I can't wait to hear about it. All right. Again, thank you so much for that donation. All right. So, Dollface Diva, you'd like a message from Spirit here. Let's see what we got coming in here. All right. Woo, well. So you've got the star seed, which is the full card. It's the zero, which is about a new journey, a new path that's opening up. And you got the two of chalices, which is about love here. So I feel like there is this important, if it's not love, like romantic, it is definitely a partnership, a best friend. Whatever this is, there's a new journey, a new path opening up regarding to a special friendship, a special romance, a special love you have between you and someone else. Could be your higher self too. If you're like, I don't want any relationship in the outside world right now. It could be your higher self and your human too. But there's this wonderful path that's opening up with this, which is free of expectation, free of all the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos, all those things that we normally have around uh, interactions with other people. The star seed or the full card is all about opening up, and it's like a newborn child almost that doesn't have all these rules yet. Just free to look at things and wonder and appreciate what something is and the adventure of it instead of checking off a list trying to get up to something, right? So I like this for you, Dollface Diva. It's definitely a new relationship that's popping in, and it's going to be different than you've had before because you're going to go approach it with such a more free and open attitude about it. So I like it. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Butterfly A, you are up next. Hello. And you got no response back from the job interview. They said they reached out, even if it is a no. What's going on with that? All right, let's take a look here. What is happening? What is happening? So the four of orbs, the four of swords is about peace of mind and to relax. The master of chalices, the king of cups, balance heart and mind, relax. Things will unfold here. I feel like they will be reaching out. I just feel like it feels like there was delays here with the four of swords here. You know, we have expectations that it's supposed to happen within this amount of time, but I feel like that something threw a wrench into everything else to where either someone was sick that did background or responses or something like that. I just feel like there's this energy here of, it's like a stable mind, it's peace of mind, and it's balance. The King of Cups with, they also have the, portions of air, it's balancing of heart and mind. It's like, it's okay, everything's going to work out. I mean, I almost feel like someone's high and going, it's all right, don't worry about it, everything's working out fine. But I just feel like there was a delay, and you'll be hearing here. Um, yeah, I don't have. Let me grab my playing cards here. I forgot to grab these. And I need them over here for the rest of the week and weekend. Um, I'm using a standard playing cards, experimenting with spirit to see for timing things because we like to know timing. See what they allow us to know. How many days before they respond to you here? All right. So we got 3 days. So I feel like you'll hear from them by the end of the week on there. But I just feel like someone was sick or something happened where it got just delayed everything. But I feel like you'll have a response by within 3 days by the end of the week. So that is what they have for you, butterfly. Hang in there. I know the waiting is always the fun piece, right? All right. So that is what they have for you there. Hey, Shirley Maydor. Horsey time. All right. Yeah. So you are asking questions here about the horse. So let's take a look here. Butterfly, right? Trying to breathe. Come on, come on. You're so funny. I like it. All right. So Shirley, you want to ask about serenity. Um, heal this year and be rideable and showable. Recently cut a lower leg and mass where she can be rideable. Okay. Yeah, this sounds familiar. Did we is this a different one? I think Serenity. She sounds familiar. I thought it was a yes before. Let's see what comes out though, because it's always about the energies, right? Wow. So we do have the eights, which is movement forward. And it's because we have the eight of orbs, eight of swords, which is realizing what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are, keeping us restricted, small and trapped. And the eight of chalices is leaving behind emotions that no longer serve, moving towards wish fulfillment too. So I feel like with the energies of both of these, this is all about, um, it is possible for them to heal and to be writable and showable. But I feel like it's a lot to do with the energy and the moment by moment choices that you're making emotionally and mentally, because we do get to choose. Yeah, I understand why now they're like, do you see what we did there? I'm like, yeah, I get it. Because, with it's like the Ace of Wands or the Two of Wands energy, where every moment we choose what story we're putting to a situation, what emotion we're feeling as we're going through it, and what energy we're putting forward. It's either of unconditional love and the higher things, or fear of losing conditional love. And when we focus in on our fears, we draw them to us. When we fear something will leave our lives, we repel it, right? So if we feel we're missing something in our life, when we focus on missing, we're telling the universe, I really enjoy missing things. And they're like, oh, good. Let's give them more to miss. Let's expand the missingness. Or we're like, this thing in my life, I hate it and I don't want it. And they're like, oh, they enjoy hating and not wanting something. Let's give them more to hate and not want. So we see how our energy is co creative and expanding. But when we focus over into what we're grateful for in this moment, focusing on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, and then what we do want to draw into our life, then that's what grows and expands. And I feel like this is the message they're giving, is being aware of your thought in each moment and your emotions in each moment, and have them move from from over this way to over this way as often as we can, because we're taught to have this our habit, to focus on our fears instead of our gratitude. And even if we set, I know something that helps me when I want to change my habit. When I was moving to a place of more gratitude in my life, I set an alarm on my phone. It was a silent alarm vibrating, so get my attention and no one else's. But I did it for like every waking hour, gratitude, or come back to now, whatever. And because I'd get sucked back out to my norm, the old habit. To change a habit, we have to keep bringing ourselves back till this becomes our habit, right? So I really feel there is a great possibility for them for this, but I feel like they're saying like your energy will help so much, help them heal and help them recover, because your belief and your energy, they pick up on it. They're just like, they're very empathic beings, horses. And so they pick up on everything that they're feeling there. And so I like that. I really have great hope and great positive vibes for that. But that's what's coming through there. Oh, you quite are right. Yeah, see, yeah, the worry, right? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And like every hour, be gratitude, I used to do a gratitude journal, like where every day I'd write something in the morning and da 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 da. Da. But if we want faster action, faster movement, and faster changing of habit, 3 times a day, every hour. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Even if it's I have my right eye is good. Okay, my left eye is good. My right arm, my left arm, my right leg, my left leg. You know, it's like there's so much to be grateful for, and exude that more and more and more. And I like that. So I'm excited, Shirley. So many, many blessings too. We're gonna send love to serenity. In fact, I will make a little note here, and in my meditations, let me just get my sticky. I know I do sticky notes. I'm old school, but we'll put serenity and um, and what we're focusing on is their health. So the same thing is like if I focus on I want healing, you know, it's interesting how our body interprets it is I enjoy healing. Well, if I enjoy healing, what has to happen? I can never be healed because then I'll never have my healing. So I constantly have to have something go wrong so I can have healing. So what we focus on is perfect health, perfect health, perfect health. All right. So that's what I will add that to my daily meditation because I love serenity, Queen Elizabeth. All right. So many blessings to you, Shirley. Good to see you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list here. And so, Shanshul, probably mispronouncing that. Hello, hello. You want to know the current feelings of P for you, and you are not in contact. All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. All right. So their current feelings for you, we've got the Six of Chalices, the Six of Cups, which is the nostalgia, thinking about the past here and there. But the Three of Crystals, the Three of Pentacles, is really about them being focused on being true to the authentic themselves. And so I feel like they're more focused on them trying to be themselves and not be guided in different directions from different fear of letting people down, or fear of people getting mad at them for not being who they are supposed to be. So they're looking back over here at, beautiful, memories and different things, but they're also remembering how they felt like they couldn't be themselves. And that quite honestly could have nothing to do with you because when we go into relationships, uh, we are going in with a long list of supposed to, should, need to, have to, whatever we've been fed our entire lives. And even if you didn't say anything to them like, "You're not doing what I want you to do," in their mind, they're going, "I'm not doing what I think they think. I think they think I should do." It's all up in here, right? So I feel like they are off trying to find themselves and trying to be true to themselves. And but they have memories and they have emotions that they think about things, but I just feel like they're in this place of it's all about them and they're trying to figure out who they are and what they want in life with that Three of Pentacles. So, you know, I I don't feel like spark of returning or anything like that. I just feel they're off getting to know what they want in life, and I don't feel like a nudge from spirit to say, "Hold on to it, keep a light burning, keep a candle in the window to guide them home." No, they're saying throw out all their stuff and make room for a new adventure. In there, there's something more in alignment for you. I feel, but that's what's coming through right now, Chancho. So many blessings to you. Appreciate you. All right. All right, Ms. Draw, I believe you are up next here. And whoops. Okay. My screen froze for a moment. I'm like, no, it better not go away. All right. So, Ms. Draw, messages from your Pisces. Let's take a look here. Messages from the Pisces. What else, please? All right. Whoa, whoa. So we've got the two of flames here, and the two of flames, two of wands, standard tarot. It's kind of like there's this energy going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with them. The Luna here, Mother Luna, this energy driving deep. It's like well, this makes sense, Pisces. They do go back and forth on both sides of the pond and they dive deep into their emotions. They're usually swimming way deep, and they go back and forth between the bright side of the pond and the dark side of the pond. They don't like being in the middle. It's either they're on the really, really bright or really, really dark. Really, really bright, really, really dark. Really, really bright, really, really dark. And they usually like being in the dark quite a bit because they like diving deep into those depths, of their emotions. And I feel like their message to you is like, you know what, this is just who I am, and I've got to be able to do this. And I'm sorry if I don't know if it annoys you, but if it makes you feel, um, if it makes you worry about them, but also if it makes you feel as if they don't care about you. But when they go into the dark side of the pond, it's all about them and their emotions and diving deep into their subconscious, um, and no one can follow them there. And so it's almost like apologizing in a way for making you feel abandoned, making you feel left behind. But they're like, I've got to go deep. I have to do this. This is who I am. It's their Neptune energy, and they like to dive deep. They love to connect so deep into their low places, those deep recesses of their emotions. So feel like it's just like, letting you know this is who I am, and I can't help it. It's like werewolf going, I'm sorry I get hairy and I growl and I'm really loud around a full moon. It's just who I am. I can't help it. I just change around a full moon. And Pisces definitely do change around a full moon because they're water, and a full moon impacts them, especially like a Scorpio full moon eclipse happening here. So if they're acting extremely strange right now, just throw them some meat and chain them up so they don't attack someone. But that's what's coming through, Ms. Draw. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. So continue moving down the list here. And we are to Accipitalicious. I probably maybe said that kind of correct. Let me just take a quick sip here. All right. So you want to know about how your crush is feeling about you. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So we got the Page of Flames, the Seeker of Flames, which is the Page of Wands in the Standard Tarot, and Alchemy, which is the Temperance card, about things slowly turning, ever so slowly transforming. Seeker of Flames is a new passion, a new drive, a new ambition. So there might be some attraction there, but it's going to be very, very slow and forming and being shown. Because alchemy, the temperance, alchemy starts off with two cups, and one cup has base metal in it, and this magic happens as it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth over a long period of time. It's slowly transforming into gold. So I feel like there is passion there, but like it said, it's not going to show itself. It's not going to be acted upon. It's going to take a long time for it to become anything. So, and I don't know why they're not showing me what's keeping them for it unfolding, except that the Temperance card really, whenever we get a Patience card regarding love or emotion, what happens is that it's time for us to work on our self-love and evolve it and raise our vibration, because when we focus in on our self-love, it's a win-win-win-win, because we can't love others or receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if I love myself like this much, no matter how much love I want to push out, it's only going to dribble out no matter how much love I want to receive or they want to give me. It's just going to dribble in. But the more I work on my self love, the more that expands too. And the more I can flood love and receive love from humans too. So whenever we have this kind of thing going on, that's what's coming in. So that's what they have for you right now. A sip of delicious. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. All right, Morg. Morg, if you are still here, I don't see you asked your question at all, though. So if you still have a question, pop it in. We'll try to make sure we get to it tonight, too. And again, sorry about the whatever happened with your donation stuff. I just don't know what is going on with that. All right. So, Kavita, hello, hello. You'd like a general reading. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you here. Just refresh these real quick. All right, there we go. So for Kavita, please. Anything else? All right. All right. So we do have here, you've got reflections, which is the Hermit card, which is about making sure you're taking time to step back and connect with your higher self here, connect with your spiritual posse, because they're guiding you on your path. And the more you can take a step away, the more you can have a balancing coming in here too. With the Master of Chalices, the King of Cups, it's a balancing of heart and mind. So it allows this a more balanced outside world when you're making sure you're spending time with your inside world here too. So it's allowing them to guide you and having this relationship. And I feel like they're focusing on a daily relationship right now for you, doing something daily to connect in a beautiful open way, not ritual, not saying the same prayer over and over. It's not about the outside, it's about the heart. It's about connection with the heart, I feel is what they're saying here. Balance the heart with the mind. We can get into it where we say a prayer and, or a kind of, can't even think of the name, but, mantra. There we go. Duh. So it's like a mantra or whatever. Sometimes we get into saying it and going, blah blah blah. It's like the difference saying "I love you" to "I love you," and you can feel the difference, right? So that's what I feel is the message that they're coming through right now for you, Kavita. So many blessings to you, right? And we'll continue moving down the list here. All right. So Vani Mohan, any good news coming for you? Let's take a look here. Well, all right. Anything else? All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, we do hear this Seven of Chalices, the Seven of Cups. I like this because it doesn't feel like the regular emotional confusion. The Five of Swords here, the Five of Orbs, is this conflicting energy that you've been having, these conflicting thoughts in your mind of like between the upper realm and the lower realm. It's like, the old ways, the fears of losing conditional love, all the expectations versus a higher way of thinking. And I feel like the blessing that's coming your way, the good news is that you are making your way up the stairs here. You are taking yourself to this higher level through this change of mindset. The way you're looking at things, you're releasing some fears that would have limited you before. But with the five, the number of change, it's moving from a place where you feel like you have to prove, that your small t truths are more truer than someone else's small t truths. And I feel like you're reaching this space where you're really connecting into your own heart and you're like letting everyone believe and think what they want to believe, but you're really in this beautiful looking just internally and not trying to change people's minds or worry about what everyone else is doing on the outside. It's this wonderful, like you're in the eye of the storm kind of period. And where the Seven of Cups normally would mean like emotional confusion, I feel like it's emotional clarity. It's like the opposite. So I really like this for you, and it's a beautiful blessing. Just continue connecting to the higher realms, the higher knowledge, from these capital T truths rooted in unconditional love, allows you to cut away these fears of losing conditional love. So I really like that for you. So many blessings to you, Vani. Hey, Erica. All right. Looks like Justin, you are up next here. And how will you feel after taking your history exam next week? Relieved and scared? I understand. Let's see what spirit thinks that you will, though. That's just the opinion from the, what do they used to call it? I forget. It doesn't matter. All right. Yeah. I like it here. There is this transformation here. The 5 of orbs I just had, which is the moving of your moving from, one way of thinking to another way of thinking. The shadow is all about the shaking of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your mindsets, freeing you from a web that has been making you feel like you're caged and trapped here. So after taking your history exam next week, it really is this freedom feeling that's coming in here, that you're letting go of fears that may have restricted you in the past, and of these ways of thinking about things. And there's like this beautiful release that comes from this thinking. Now it's this is all about swords here, which swords is higher education. I just feel like it's releasing your fears around education and these beliefs that you've had around it, maybe around what a grade means. There's just this freedom feeling that's coming with it. The Saturn energy does tell you you do the work, and once you've done the work, you get the reward too. One thing to, you've studied and you've got all this information in your head with all these fears too. It's like this message to just really know that when we're in fear, we actually kick our intelligent side of our brain out of it because it doesn't want us to think, it just wants us to react. It's like it goes into a 2-year-old mode of survival, and like it's a cat mind. And you don't want a cat taking your history test, you want that intelligent one. So anything that you can do to calm yourself before going in, you'll have access to all that information in your brain. And you can do this, breathing exercises. If you feel anxiety start to rise, just taking a big deep breath in through your nose if you can, hold it for a moment, and then if you can do that a few times, it'll keep the anxiety, it'll keep the adrenaline from rushing, it'll keep you in your intelligent mind and not in your, caveman protective, individual instead. So I feel like they're just telling you all that to let you know that you're free from these fears, and when you do so, you have such great access. That's why there's test anxiety, interview anxiety, stage fright. All of it is because we're in fear and we're left without all of our preparation. We're like, I can't remember the words, I can't remember this, I can't remember that. And it's like, but people who are calm, they don't worry about anything, and they have access to all that information that's up here. So I feel like that's their main message there for you with taking your test there. So that's what they have for you, Justin. So many blessings to you. All right. And LA, you are up next. Let's see, you had asked here too. A gratitude special. Yeah, I am open to that if everyone would be interested in doing a gratitude, just like something talking about how to have a meditation of some sort. Here, I'll write that down. So a gratitude special. Whoops, and what did you call it? Spring cleaning for the soul. Thank you guys for your patience. I just think that's a good idea. Yeah, I do have like an idea to do like some specials to talk about certain subjects and uh so I like that. So thank you for that idea, LA. All right, let me scroll back up here and we'll get your question, which is what was Casey, your ex best friend, saying about you during your no contact? What are her thoughts about you? She's coming back. Oh, all right. So let's take a look here and see what has she been saying about you? What have you been saying about her? Hmm. Hmm? And then what are her thoughts about you? And is she coming back? Let's take a look here. We'll throw all these cards into one here. Yeah, so these will be the two cards that we pulled here first, since we're doing two card readings. But we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about them being true to themselves. I don't feel like they were really saying a whole lot about anything else. I feel like they've been focusing on them and not worrying about other people's expectations, pleasing people or whatever. I feel like they've just been, being true to them. And I feel like that is something that you both have in common, is that you do try to be you and you try not to be swayed by trying to fit in and peer pressure. you know I just feel like you guys, that's something that bonds you together, is this kind of rebelness, and I feel like that's how they feel, and they recognize that with you. And the Eight of Flames, the Eight of Wands, I feel they are very much a feisty, fire, 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 and you are too. I feel like you guys would always be move, 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 go, go, go on the go here. And this Eight of Wands also would tell me that she's coming back, and it'll come out of nowhere. I kind of feel like here too. But I do feel like um, this Trinity is standing out to me too, which is like the tres amigas, like they just miss that feeling of being in that bond, like you have each other's backs and all of that. And was there three? I don't know. I feel tres, the Trinity, tres amigas, comes in. But I feel they come back in. I feel like it is a healthy choice for you, because I feel like you guys just really reinforcing each other, and you don't let each other. I think that maybe that's why like it blew up, because it blew up, all this fire energy eventually exploded. But I feel you have learned a lot about containing your fire now, where it won't turn into a forest fire. But I feel like you keep each other in check, and but I feel like it got overly heated once, and that's what caused the explosion. And I feel like you guys really help each other. You get each other's backs, you help each other, you keep each other grounded. You also get each other in trouble, so it's fun. And I feel like that's what you need. You need you. It'll be great. It would be a good thing. I don't have any red flags going around that, except to just make sure you have your you know, uh, watch your fire. We don't want any more explosions again. All right. So that is what they have for you, LA. So many blessings to you. Hey, Bunny Hop, you are very welcome. I don't see a question from you. Did you have a question as well? I appreciate that. Hey, Latoya. If you didn't hear me earlier, you might want to check out the winners on Monday's drawings, because I had 10 winners and you might have been among them. All right. So you want to know what's Charles the Taurus's true intentions. Wow, say that fast. Let's take a look here. Charles the Taurus's true intentions. Wow. So, we've got the high priest as the higher self here, and the five of chalices here. With this, it's interesting because I feel like this beautiful, I mean, all this is like, definitely this watery energy. It feels like that they feel you will help them heal emotion, which is interesting, but that you roll over emotion that you will help them learn to love again, if that makes sense. It just feels like they see you as someone who is very powerful emotionally, and that you'll help revive it, that you'll help you know even if you see in here, just that you'll help retrieve the cups that are have spilt and out here, that you'll bring them back for them, and help them transform those. So it's just very interesting. I feel like there's this great amount of, they think that you will be an emotional healer for them on a deep level. And I feel like those are the true intentions that are underneath. They're Venus, they're ruled by the planet Venus, and I feel like they can just sense that ability within you. And whether it's their conscious true intentions, I feel that's what's true within them, is they feel like you can help me transform so many emotions in my life. And if you want to, you're like, that sounds like work. If I'm going to do that, I need some therapist pay. Ching ching. But that's what I feel is coming through Latoya. So very interesting. But I totally can see that ability within you, that you are an emotional healer. And I like that. So that is what we have for you right now, Latoya. But hopefully I'll receive your email from you with your reading request. All right. So that is enough for that. So many blessings to you. All right. You are very welcome, Tarot to Tarot. Okay. All right. Megs, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do believe I have a donation. I do. Hey, KDP. Thank you so much for your donation. All right, so let's take a look here. Simply see what will happen between Jordan and you in the month of May. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, that one and this one. That one. I do want that one, and then that one over here. All right, let's see what we have here. All right. Business as usual. No, I'm just kidding. You're just like, no. So we've got the, I just read your other, uh, or will we end up breaking up, or will we end up breaking up or staying together? So I didn't mean business as usual. I didn't say that yet. You have abundance. This is a new birth. There is this, you know, figuring of things out here. I like the 4 of cups. You guys are realizing, the love that you've been having isn't gonna be enough. And the 4th cup is this higher love, this different love that you guys are working on here. And I like it. I mean, I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of reflecting. Oh, well, reflection. So you have been doing a lot of reflecting individually. This is your inner journeys, your innerness. So you have been looking into that, and you have been doing that, um because you have the 6 of flames. The 6 of flames is a victory card, is a equal balance of energies, and I feel like it's been more equal that's been coming in. But it is going to take some more of this divine justice, which is really letting go. I know you're probably tired of hearing it too, because it's all about connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, which are rooted in unconditional love, cutting away any expectations we have, right? Because what's wonderful is when we meet someone new, we have no expectations over them because we didn't even know them, and we just meet someone, we're like, "Wow, you're amazing." And then we start thinking of them of being our boyfriend or dating them, and then engagement. They start becoming less of a person in our minds because our expectations are changing. It's this abundance of who they are and who we celebrated before suddenly doesn't become enough, right? And so once we if we can cut away as many expectations as we can, just celebrate who each other are, that's what changes things. I know, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but Spirit is bringing it back where, when we start a gratitude journal in our own lives, it transforms us because we start looking at what we're grateful for in our life, and it starts transforming things. But you can bring in a gratitude journal into your relationships where each day you just make sure sincerely and clearly and as specific as we can something we're grateful for in the other person, not just I'm grateful because you're neat, you're great. It's like that's empty, right? Instead of saying something that I appreciate and am so grateful for is how you love your friends. You do it with, such passion, and you never give up on them. And that's just like, wow. Can you imagine if every day we shared something with each other that we're so appreciative and sincerely and tried not to repeat things as much as possible? Um, what a bond that brings in instead of focusing on who someone's not. Because we don't want to, I mean, if every day, I was like, Katie, something I don't like about you. Jeez, how long before, you cut me or it's like, I don't want, it's like the difference between that. So I feel like there's a lot in between your hands, based on the current energies. It's saying that you can continue to cut away expectations and things can work out. There can be this balanced energy and you can still be together and it can be a wonderful thing, but it all depends upon what the choices are that you're making day by day. It's not fated to be together or not. It is this range of what do you want to experience with each other. Yep. You are right. You are 100% right. It is hard. Um, because we have fear. It's fears, our expectations are fears of losing conditional love, and we've been taught that all these things define us, and to let them go is scary because then who are we? And then when the more we realize it's Rumi, I think it says we don't have to find love. We merely have to find the obstacles we've created between us and love. And I was reading something, I jotted it down. It was from Byron Katie. It said, "Seeking love keeps you from the awareness that you already have it." It's pretty deep. Seeking love keeps you from the awareness that you already have it. And the other one I wrote down underneath it was something else that said, "Stop looking for your soulmate and start looking for your soul, comma, mate." I like it. So that is what we have there. That is something else I've been trying to get my head around providing to is how we can help, what information can spirit bring us to help us. But big thing is habit of gratitude. The more we focus on what we're grateful for, the less we focus on what we're fearing. Yeah. So, yeah, so you don't, the biggest thing, one of the big ahas in life is that you can't control anyone else. All you can do is control you. You do you, and you let them be who they are, right? Because you, what's bothering you are your expectations and your fears inside of you. And that's what's called sweeping in front of our own door. So we focus on us, 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 us. And then once we've done all of us, then we can do that, right? Yeah. Yeah. And that's quite all right, right? So when we try to change someone else, no, you can't be who you are. You need to be who I want you to be. Wow. Right. So, but that is what they have for you, Katie. So hang in there. It's all in your hands. Feel the more that you focus on what are you grateful for you? What are you grateful for them? What are you grateful for you in a relationship? Instead of focusing on what's not there. Because the more we focus in on our fears, they grow. So when we ourselves are focusing on what we feel is missing in our life, we're actually growing more of it. When we're focusing on something that we don't like in our life, we're making it bigger. If we fear something will leave our life, we will repel it out of our life with our energy. And if we fear something will come into our life, we draw it in. But we can, instead of using our energy that way, if we focus our energy on what we're grateful for, that gets bigger. We focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, and all that, that grows and that expands. When we focus on what we do want, all those things expand instead of us focusing on the others. Yeah. So hopefully that helps, Katie. Hang in there, my dear. Much love to you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. I think I heard thunder outside. It was like, ooh. Okay. Let's see. Where did I leave off here? I think I'm down here. Oh, wow. Okay. So, Megs, you were up next here. So, a love reading for the month. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. Just going to refresh the cards here. I think that is it. They just plunked out here. So, a love reading. Let's see what we have here. Wow. I feel like I had these two cards come out together already, but we've got the Five of Orbs, which is the Five of Swords in the standard tarot, and the Master of Chalices, the King of Cups. So this love reading here, we do have the Five of Swords is about this transformation of our thought, our belief, and our mindset and our expectations around love. And so it's kind of like this mental conflict. We've got like two swords on this side, two swords on this side, and the Ace of Swords. And it's kind of represents the conflict between our human side and our spirit side, and how they're always at conflict because we have one side that is all about unconditional love, and the other one's about fears of losing conditional love. What I love about this love reading for you for the month is that you are transforming your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets. You're letting some of the fears go around that you have around losing conditional love, and it's setting you free here because you do have the Master of Chalices. Balancing of heart and mind is what comes in with this. So I feel like some of the mind, the fears, the supposed tos, the shoulds are being outweighed by the unconditional love from above, and it's allowing you to see things differently. It's bringing in like a calmness and a bit of a freedom feeling that comes in with it too. So I feel like it's a month of really continue to transform your perception of yourself in a relationship, other people in a relationship, how a relationship is supposed to start and go and end, and blah 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 and blah blah blah. And it's like, just sucks the air out of a relationship. Like if you have like a jar with a candle in it, if you cover it up, not with your hand because you'll get burnt, but if you cover up with something, the oxygen burns out and it poof, right? And this is what we're tired of doing things like we've always done them before, right? We're ready for something new. We don't want to do what we always did and get what we've always gotten. We want to raise our love vibration, see it from a different perspective, from a place of unconditional love, cutting away more and more of our fears. Then your vibration is higher and you're able to draw in someone different than you would have in your past. And I feel like this is the month of May is really looking into cutting more and more of those fears away that you've had from the past, letting go more of control of the who and the how and the when, trusting that the creator will bring you the perfect person and the perfect timing, in the perfect way as well. So I like this. It's freeing and less bumpy. When we grab the wheel, we take it off on a bumpy right off road. But if creator and spirit driving, it's a much more smoother drive. And we get where we're going to go faster too. We run into less trees. So that's what they have for you, Meg. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. So we've done those. Sorry, my mouse is not cooperating. There it goes. So continue moving down. And we've done that one. We've done that one. Okay. Okay, maybe just one more second here. I just want to see how many more we have kind of on here. All right, I think we're getting close to the bottom-ish here. Misty Blue, you are up next. So the new painter at your apartment seems so strongly attracted to you. And you too. Whoa, you speak different languages. Is he free? And is this going to develop? Ho, ho, ho. You have to talk through Google Translate on your phone. Let's take a look here. So we've got here with the nine of pentacles and the four of pentacles here. I don't feel like it's going to develop here. This is you being alone in the garden with spirit here. And the four of pentacles shows us how, the outside world is unstable, relationship situations and things, and it's pointing you inward here. So I don't feel like they are free, and I don't feel like it's going to develop here. It just feels like it's pointing you inward to look inward and upward, through the situation, just realizing, you know what, they can't give me what I'm looking for. I don't need them, but I'm going to learn here that I find everything I need within me. And then, on the outside world, it'll change the perspective and the way you look at relationships, and that they're overabundant and flowing, instead of, feeling like they're lacking. And why can't I ever find a good person? It's like, oh, well, I'm going to find me and I'm enough. And then I'll find extra. I find my 10-course meal in me with my two desserts. And everyone else on the outside can give me third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert, etc. I like that, so I don't feel like it's going to develop there. I feel like they're with someone, and they're just like, ooh, and it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. I am not wanting to be one of many, right? So that's what's coming through, Misty Blue. So hang in there. Much love to you. All right. So continue moving down the list here. You guys are so funny. Okay, just continue moving down here. All right. So, Deva Mix Official, hello. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Soul family. You're definitely welcome here. Hopefully, we'll see you around some more. You want to know if Ankush loves you or not. Let's take a look here. All right. Let's see what we got coming out here. All right. So I do have here, we've got the Ascension card, which is the World card. It's the last card in the major arcana, which is the ending of a major cycle and the beginning of a new one. And I feel like here we've got the Eight of Chalices, the Eight of Cups, which is you walking away from emotions and relationships and whatever that don't, um, they're not um, beneficial for you anymore, right? They're not for you. And so I feel like you are actually walking away here. We got the Seeker of Crystals, which is the Page of Pentacles. And so I feel like that they don't love you enough is what I feel, because I feel like you're just like, I've had enough. I'm headed off here. And there's new opportunity that opens up for you here. I just don't feel like they they love you, but I don't feel they love you enough. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you get that because it's just like, you know what? Um, I need you to love me extremely. And I need to love you to choose me for everything, not just love me enough for that. So I feel like there's more that you're wanting, and I don't feel like they can give it. And so I feel like they have love for you, but they're not like the in love, and they're not like I'm gonna sacrifice everything and I'll dive in front of you, and take a bullet for you or anything like that. I feel like they're just like love you enough to have dinner with you. I have enough to whatever, but not for all of this, right? And so I feel like you're like, okay, that's what I needed to know. Bye bye. I'm not gonna. I want someone that will give me um, equal to equal love, not where I give 70 and you give 30. You know, that's what I feel is coming in, Diva. So hang in there. I know. I feel like you knew that already, though, and you're just like, yeah, I just needed permission. I just feel you're very at the point of having enough, of not having enough. So that is what's coming in. So hang in there. Many blessings. And thank you for also, I see here that you click the like button. So thank you so much for doing that. And it's a good opportunity for me to thank everybody for all the thumbs up that you guys give the video. I get caught up into the readings and I just totally forget to thank you guys so much. It's so helpful. Seems like a small thing, but the YouTube algorithm loves when you hit the like button and give it a thumbs up, because it wants to share the videos of the channel with other people. So it helps spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the love tsunami. Appreciate it. All right. So Renu Panika, hello, being a new subscriber as well. Thank you so much. Welcome here. Hopefully we'll see you as well. And you want to know if Perna loves you or not. All right. Let's take a look here. What do we have? Loves me not. So, with this, it's interesting because the star card is like wishing upon a star, but the King of Cups is a balance of emotion and mind. So I feel like, yeah, there's love there. Kind of almost, similar to like Diva we just had here, where there's love, but I feel like they get drawn into their mind a whole lot. They've got this vision. It's almost like I want to do this, where they've got their vision in this head of this wishing upon a star that there's, this big thing of what they think love is supposed to be and who their love is supposed to be and blah 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 blah, and it's almost like it's unreasonable. um that's here. It's like literally like a star in their mind, like if there's like a star in a movie that they've seen and they're like, that is what my love is. And it's like, it's a movie. That's not real. It's scripted. If you want to be paid $1 million, or if you want to pay me $1 million, I will pretend to be that if you want. But it's like that's unreasonable. And I feel like that's what's in their mind is they have this big idea of what love is and who their love is supposed to be. So they love, but it's almost like they're pausing in their, but I want this. And it's like, that's not real. But it feels like that's an obstacle for them right now. They love you, but then they have this reserve for this unrealistic love in their head that they'll never meet. And it's like, well, if you don't, you know, step it up, mister, you're going to lose a big love of your life, which is you. Um, but that's what I feel is coming in there, is that they have this idea of this, big love, but they don't realize what they have right there in front of them right now, anyways, their current energy. So that's what I feel is coming through, Renu. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know it's like, what's going to happen here? But many blessings. All right. So, Varsha Kushal, thank you for being a new subscriber as well. Greatly appreciate you. Hopefully, we see you around as well. And you'd like some angel guidance? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what the angels have for you here. All right. Well, I do like this for you here because you've got the nine of crystals, the nine of pentacles, which is about abundance, and you're finding this new sense of your worth within yourself. Because you have spirit here in the garden with you that's guiding you, and you're seeing just this abundant feeling that's growing and growing and growing in your life. And it's starting from the inside, but it's making its way to the outside. And with this eight of flames here, the eight of wands, this is something coming in for you that feels very abundant, and it's coming in fast and furious. It's going to take you by surprise, and it is a wonderful surprise, though. It's going to be something that just makes you feel so appreciated and so abundant and overflowing, whether it is a gift, whether it is abundance or a cash prize or love being shown to you, whatever abundance feels like you. I feel like, and this is going to be definitely be before the end of May, that you feel this wonderful overflowingness, but it's starting, and it has started within you, about how you're viewing your worth in relationship to the outside world in a very different way, because you're finding your worth from the inside. And because your view of you is changing, the energy that you're putting out is changing too. And that's what's bringing in this change. So I like this for you, Barsha. So that is what they have for you right now. I really like that for you. Many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list here. Hey, Mez P. Hello, hello. Anything you need to know this week? Let's take a look here. All right. Ooh la la. Well, you do either have an important relationship coming in here, or emotional choice, and it can be best friends. It can be a significant emotional partnership coming in, friendship of some sort. But also, this represents power of emotional choice too. With the King of Chalices, the King of Cups, it's balancing of heart and mind coming in. And there is this choice, power of choice that comes in with mind and heart here during this week. So whatever is unfolding for you, it's almost saying, like, take a deep breath, step back, balance your emotions with your mind, and then realize that you get to choose what emotion you want to choose with whatever is, happening, whatever is going through. So I do like this for you because there is this empowerment that we don't have to always choose the emotion we've been taught that we're supposed to feel around a situation. We can begin changing our habit over and over and over again and seeing things differently. So I like this. I feel like there's a bunch of little opportunities coming up where it's like normally I would choose to feel this way, but I'm going to take a big deep breath and choose to feel a different way. And I feel like you're stepping more and more into your emotional choice power. So I like this week for you, Ms. Pete, and that's what they have for you right now. All right. And let me just take a look here. All right. So VD Jalan, hello, hello. Want to know what is in store for you in love this month? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay, what else? So we do have this emotional, the Seven of Cups is like emotional confusion or a lot of emotion that's flooding in this month. And I just feel like you're working things out. The divine justice, she's all about, she usually has the Ace of Swords, which is you're sorting out your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, expectations around love. And I feel like you've been on this path. You're continuing to do this, but this month I feel kind of with all these, probably all these eclipses, and it's a very transformational month. You have a lot of shaking going on, a lot of emotional opportunities that arise for you to really question your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets around relationships. What are these fears that you have about losing conditional love? What are all these expectations of on yourself about who you are supposed to be in a relationship, how relationships are supposed to unfold, how other people are supposed to be around a relationship, and releasing so much fear around it. Having, I know in different countries we all have different ways of, arranged marriages or how relationships are supposed to unfold, societal type of stuff. But that doesn't mean that we have to fear things around it and we have to put a lot of our worth in relationship around it. So I feel like this is a month where you really understanding your fears, releasing the fears, and seeing how you can maneuver your way through relationship hoops without fearing things and enjoying who you are and not putting so much stock of your worth in it. So I like it for you, VD. It's very transformational. So I like it. That's what they have for you right now, VD. So many blessings to you. Hey, Twinkle Yadav. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome to the Soul family. Hopefully, we'll see you around some more as well. And you'd like a financial reading for the upcoming 3 months for Newton. All right, let's take a look here. All right, let's see what we've got here. All right. Well, I do like this because we've got, these are both the sword suit. It says Eight of Orbs, but it's swords. And you've got the King of Swords, which the king co-rules with the queen over the mindset, expectations, thoughts, beliefs, etc. But all the kings are given a second portion of air, which makes them truly the master of air, master of thinking, which is great because what's happening here, for Newton during the next 3 months, they are looking into the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that they've had that have been keeping them feeling limited and small and trapped. This is the perfect person. They have this Ace of Swords, which allows them to cut away thoughts and fears and beliefs that no longer serve them and allows it to come in. So I do see that they're working on their belief systems around it. And if they're able to really dive in and find out what is this out of balance belief system they have around abundance, usually it goes back to when they're younger, like 7 years old and younger, where they felt they had to overgive to like a parent, a grandparent, someone, in order to get a little bit of love back. They've got this mindset that's in their subconscious that of the rate of love exchange is like 1,000 to 1. They have to give 1,000 love coins to get one love coin back. We don't know any better as children. That goes down into the subconscious. So that's been ruling under there around school and work and friendships, partnerships, family, whatever, where they feel they have to overgive so much to deserve so little. What that does is it impacts every area of every area of our lives. It has these, even though in our mind, it's like, no, I want abundance in our conscious mind. Well, down in our subconscious, where our little inner child is in control, it's going, nope, you've only, given 600 love coins. You don't deserve any yet. You still have to give 400 more. Well, when we go down and we bring this, if they will do that thinking, bring the consciousness up of who was it when I was younger that I had to overgive to. This will clear up things. A little edit button will appear above the 1,000 when they go, oh, it was my mom and dad. I had to do so much to get so little attention. They get to go in there and delete those zeros and hit the save button. It brings it down to 1 to 1. That goes down back in, and that force field's keeping back abundance and finances. So it's up to them. They have the ability to change their mindset. And if you share that with them, then if they go and do that, they will see abundance come in so much more easily than ever before. So that's what they have for you, Twinkle Yadav. So many blessings to you. And again, thank you for being a new subscriber. All right, CT, hello. And you can ask a question. Absolutely. Will you get a job offer from company A or company D or none of the above? Okay, let's take a look here. We'll pull 3 cards. So one is for company A, the second one is for company D, and this one is for or option C. So we'll see the energies here. Okay. Company A looks like it. You got the Master of Crystals, the King of Pentacles, abundance, overflowingness. So company A. Company D is kind of like the spilt chalices, the spilt cups, sadness. So that would be a no. And none of them, no. You've got the death and rebirth card here. So that's a mute point because we already got A is the one that you will get a job offer from. And I like it. This death and rebirth card I liked too, because it shows that it's very transformative for you, and I like that. So easy breezy, fast and easy. Company A. All right. I like that, Misty. All right. So Mrs. Sweet Like Honey, 58, Dawn's intentions. You are right. Let's take a look here and see what Dawn's intentions are. So Miss Sweet Like Honey, we've got the 7 of Pentacles is taking their good old time coming in here, right? And then we've got the 3 of Flames here, which is about a change of direction that happens too. 7 of Pentacles, actually, too, is also once you start to see the fruit bearing that it's a decision to make a choice of a different direction. And I kind of feel like this, both of these together really show that things don't really work out the way that you're wanting. And I actually feel this is more you, that you're just seeing that they're not bringing you what you are truly wanting in a relationship or the intentions. And I feel like you're just tired of waiting, and the fruit that's growing, you're like, really? That's okay. And you're changing directions. I just don't feel like they're going to bring you, it's like, really? You are giving me crab apples when I want avocados for guacamole? It's all I can give you. All right. Well, let me allow you to give that to someone else that likes crab apples. I'm going to go find someone that has avocados. So I kind of feel like there's this change and this transformation that comes in with Sweet Like Honey. So I know, but I feel it's for you because you do find someone that grows avocado trees. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Pallavi Kumari. When I'm reading about career and health for your husband, let's take a look here. Now, for health, I do have to say here in the United States that, of course, I am not a licensed physician of any sort. And so tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only. So it should not replace, of course, consulting a licensed professional healthcare, individual. All right. So that said here, let's take a look here. All right. So, career and health. So, we have karma, which is usually the judgment card. It's the double endings and double new beginnings. There is this slowness that's happening going on in their life around career. And it feels like there's the slowness of things around health. um, it just feels, and this is like from the higher self, it's designed here with the Seven of Pentacles to go at a snail's pace. It's like delays happen on purpose for a purpose, for everyone involved in whatever situations, right? And the reason it happens is because if things are going slow, it's designed for us to turn inward and upward and connect to more of our self love, being pulled to this higher connection to see things from a different perspective. Because if we have these mindsets that are rooted in fears of the past, how, it's really slow and um, you know, our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around how things are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be. It's very restrictive and there's a lot of fear involved. When there's fear involved, we attract in lower vibrational things. So if we fear poor health, we will draw poor health. If we fear um, bad finances, we draw in bad finances. When we transform our energy to focus more into what we're grateful for, then that starts transforming the energies in our life and it does change things that unfold. So I feel like Spirit is really saying that the important thing to do is to transform the focus of where our energy is being um, pointed at, so that we can truly bring in what we are wanting to bring in instead of bringing in lower vibrational things that are, related to fear, if that makes sense. So that is their message that they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. Okay, everybody. I've been on for about almost 3.5 hours. So I'm going to need to cut off here in a moment. So for the last couple here, I'm just going to do quick one card readings. But before I finish those up, I do want to thank everyone for all of the thumbs up and all the love and all the support. You guys always blow me away. And I know balance. I know. I was just saying. So here is a beautiful. I have a drawing every Monday for free readings. And if you want to check out and see how you can get into here, I'm going to have like 23 total weekly reading giveaways for the month of May. So be sure to check that out to see how you can get into those. If you haven't checked out your May um, uh, monthly readings by each individual zodiac sign, here is the playlist for that. And I also put out at least one pick a card a week, which this week's was what can help you in your current situation. And I have a ton of other also pick a card readings on my main page. So if you're looking for even more, deeper, uh, you know, um, more readings and more information, be sure to check out my main page. You can just click on my main name there and it'll take you over there. So let me go ahead and we'll finish these up here. And so Kevin to the Buhuan. I know I murder that every time. So let's take a look here. Current feelings of Abishri towards you. So we're doing one cards real quick here. So you have the Seeker of Crystals, which would be the Page of Pentacles. So there is an opportunity here. Their current feelings, I feel they're more focused on their worth in relationship to the outside world right now. So it doesn't feel like they're super focused on your energy. It feels like very much they're trying to ground themselves. So I don't know what has recently like shaken up their world, but they're really trying to find a grounding, an anchor of their worth. I feel like they feel very unstable in their worth, like I said, in relationship to the outside world. And so they're really trying to grasp it. They're trying to get some roots. So I feel like they're, excuse me, super focused on them, and they're not looking at their emotions currently, going outwards. So that is what is coming through right there. All right. And many blessings to Kevin. Krish, Priya. You want to know what Santander thinks about you? Let's take a look here in this next action. We're just doing a quick one card since we're finishing up here. Well, we got the Eight of Flames here. So the Eight of Flames would, right, be a lot of physical attraction, a lot of, attraction that way, not emotion like I really like you, but I really like you. And I feel like with the Eight of Wands that is fast movement too. So I feel like they're going to make their attraction made known to you, but just know that it's not emotion yet. It's just attraction on the outside, is what is coming in. So that's what they have for you right now. Krishna Priya, many blessings to you. Hey, Tiffany. Tiffany Harvey, you would like to know if you have someone coming towards you or a general. Sure, we'll take one card here. Well, you have transition here. You have the death and the rebirth that's coming here. So I feel like you definitely are having this significant ending and new beginning that's coming in for your life right now. So I feel that it is making space for someone coming towards you. I don't know why they're making me maybe it's the person here. It made me feel like, not Sleeping Beauty, but you'd think it was Sleeping Beauty, but I was thinking of they gave me, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I'm like, "Wow, so maybe you do have several people coming towards you." But, sing to the birds, don't eat the apple, whatever you do, especially if it's from an old lady. But I like it. There is this beautiful transformation. It's almost like you're going into a fairy tale where things are just going to feel so different for you. And I really like that. So that's what they have for you right now, Tiffany. I like it. So many blessings to you. All right. You are very welcome. All right. And then my final for this evening will be VD Jalan. Hey, VD. So you'd like to know what this Capricorn's intentions are towards you. You're welcome, Tiffany. All right, Davidi, I'm seeing here we've got the Two of Flames here, and that's usually the Two of Wands, which is kind of like they're undetermined. I don't think they know what they want because it feels like they are torn between two energies. Like it's just like they're kind of back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So I don't feel like they have a solid foundation of what they're wanting. It's really, just all over the place. So I don't feel like right now they know what their intentions are towards you. Um, it's definitely not like, it's specifically set. I just kind of feel like they're just bouncing. Like, I don't know what I want. It changes moment to moment, which, do we want that? I don't know. But that's what's coming through VD. So maybe we'll get more later at another date there. But that is going to be it for this evening. Again, thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support, and your hunger and thirst for hearing from spirit, searching after spirit. Like I said, always blows me away. So I thank you guys so much for being here and being part of my soul family. I am just warmed every time. I miss you guys on Monday and Tuesdays, but I need to rest. And as my wonderful friend, Intuitive Enlightenment, balance. I know it's 3.5 hours. I normally stay till 2, but I'll sleep in tomorrow. I promise. All right. Much love to you guys. Please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you soon. Until then, much love to you. You take care of yourselves, and we see you soon. Bye bye.